Do I even need to do anything with that? My God, a little bit.
Now, what's your tagline?
Tagline for tonight is Happy Canadian Long Weekend. Whoop whoop.
Wait, what's the Canadian long weekend?
It's for Victoria Day because we still celebrate the Queen.
All hail the Queen.
God save the
Save the
Queen.
Queen. There we go.
An air circulator. What the fuck is that?
It circulates air.
No,
Hey guys, Fatboy's here. I am joined with,
Dragyn.
and welcome to. I should name it Fun and Funky Fridays. Oh, I missed my chance, and
Funky
I didn't
Fun
tweet, but I could do it.
Fridays. Funky Fun Fridays.
Funky Fun Friday, Funky Fun Fucks.
An air circulator is literally a fan. Animal Crossing. Are you worried about the copyright of a fan?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, what happens if you have big fans? That's just wrong. Big air circulators. That sounds pretty right.
It's one of the floor fans, like the ones that like are tiny and you can tilt up.
Ooh. Oh yeah, one of
No.
those. You just like it, but it's not like a box fan, right? Oh wait, no.
No,
Those
no,
don't tilt up.
no, fucking no.
But they're beautifully loud. But yeah, welcome to funky fun Fridays. I really want to say fucky, but you know, words.
Yes.
Funky Fun Fridays.
Funky Fresh Fridays. What?
Funky Fresh Fr I actually like that one better, but I don't want I want to refrain from the F word.
Funky Fresh.
Funky Fresh.
I literally
Funky
said Funky Fresh. I didn't say anything curse wordy. What? God, what did you hear?
Fucky Fresh.
No.
I mean, for whatever reason, funk is always fuck for me, and it's weird.
Well, I guess if you have the funk, you are fucked. Well, okay. No.
Funky. With a mythical dragon! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, HTTPS.
Why do I have so many? What?
I can drive while texting.
No.
Tweeting.
Bad.
It's not slash. Oh, that's not slash.
R slash?
Twitch. Yes. What is this, Reddit?
No. Hey, you should be proud of me. I'm not on Reddit, and I still made that joke.
I'm surprised, actually.
There you go. R slash
I'm
funky fresh. Do it,
actually
look out.
low-key surprised that you actually know slash R. It's okay. I'm not a frequent of Reddit either. I know Reddit. I do look at Reddit, but I don't look
Reddit
at Reddit like
confuses
as frequent as like other things.
Reddit confuses me.
Reddit confuzzles you?
Yes.
I mean, have you ever? I'm curious. In ever your time on the internet, have you ever gone to like a forum?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Vox Populi forum.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh? Oh, okay. Literally, it's like right when I was asking that question, it's like, oh wait, no, I think she does know one, and I think I know what she's gonna say. Yeah, that's true. I forgot we did have a forum back. There was a forum back then.
It was cool. And now they are on Reddit.
And now they have their own subreddit. And it's supposed to be like a way to like a mixture of like forums and I think just like regular bulletin. No, not bulletin boards. But just like it's like a place where you could just like look at posts and whatnot. Just in a
Hard to
very
follow the threads. For me, they don't make sense.
they usually don't.
It doesn't make sense. What is reply and what is an answer and what is what?
Yeah, it's great.
Reddit. My
It's like a
feet.
mixture of actually it's like a mixture of like a forum post and a blog. I believe so.
No, but it's nicer on Google Classroom. Sorry. Google Class.
Yeah.
Google does well.
Google does well. Good.
Look,
The Google
okay.
overlords love you.
Thank you. Um. Look, when you can't afford Microsoft Office, shit, Google is the next best thing.
It's true though. It's true though.
I made
know,
a
I-
meme on Google Slides. Okay, you should be proud of me. I made a meme.
Oh, you did?
I
I want to
didn't.
see this one day.
Okay. It's all in Spanish though. I made my kids do homework this weekend. They had to make a meme based on chapter 6 in the book. It's great. I need to show you them. You're gonna laugh your ass off.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Especially when I translate them.
I will try with my limited knowledge of Spanish because of Tagalog.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I broke my fucking fishing rod. I'm playing Animal Crossing while we do this, by the way.
That's fine.
Good.
What was I gonna say? There was something else I was gonna say upon that before transitioning.
Fresh.
Uh, fresh, yeah. Um, no, I was like thinking of what was it? It was
Fucking Reddit.
that was like Microsoft. Or no, yeah. Like I'm kind of surprised because I remember it used to be like a big thing if for like a school district to actually use Microsoft products. But I guess since Google decides to try to take over everything, yeah.
Alright. Look, my school district's big on Google. Like Google Forms,
Well,
Google
alright,
Classroom,
yeah.
Google Slides, Google everything, especially during the pandemic when everything had to go online.
Oh yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, and probably like Google Meets and whatnot made it so much easier for them. What do you guys do? You happen to know what Edmonton Public School Board uses for their students?
Google?
Google. Okay. I don't know. I was thinking it's like maybe like they use like part Google and maybe like Zoom or something like that. Because I think some do, but I think
Oh, I
like
don't
even
know the
like
online stuff.
even like I remember thinking the last time I went to my high school like years ago, but this was like already graduating college.
Mm.
Um, I remember one of my teachers saying, yeah, that Google just basically took over the district too, giving out like the Chromebooks, and then the Google accounts and everything like that. It's like very centralized now in terms of like
Although
doing
I do hate
everything.
I hate the Chromebooks.
Yeah, Chromebooks, not gonna lie, I've messed with Chromebooks before. They're shit.
I don't like them. They're confusing.
They are a bit confusing. It's like it's basically if Chrome. Well, I mean, yeah, Chromebooks because of the name. But like if Chrome had an operating system, which is Chrome OS, which makes sense. It was basically a glorified web browser as an operating system.
Mm-hmm.
Still confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I've messed with it. I would only use it for Chrome. That's it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna trust it for anything else.
Nope.
So,
Definitely not for gaming. Sorry.
I know they've tried to do gaming, I believe.
It's okay, they have Google Phone and I want it.
They have
Because
what?
they have Google Translate in the Google Phone.
Ah.
And they can translate like word prompts and local prompts. And I'm like, that would be so fun.
Dude, Google Translate mobile app is amazing. Especially if like so like where I work, which I guess is a good transition here. Where I work, we like English is sometimes not used primarily with other clients because depends on where they're located. They primarily use their main language, which is usually either Spanish, French, some Italian, some German, some Dutch. What I've seen mostly. So, but whenever they like provide information and whatnot, rather than providing it in like a doc where it's like really easy to translate through Chrome or some extension, it's an image. Images don't do well when you try to translate them.
No.
But with the Google Translate mobile app, you could turn on your camera and then just let it run. Just like let the camera detect the language or like detect the language, and it'll just translate from you right there on the line above it.
Nice.
It's so good. I mean, for the most part, Google can only do so much to translate phonetically, but it helps out 70 to 90% of the time figuring out where the issue is coming from, which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if Google Translate is also like the mobile app is also in like for like Apple devices whatnot. But I know if like for like Android devices, it's right there. It's amazing.
Hey, butterfly. You're so cute. You're on the sign, though. I need to read the sign.
That's what I use on. That's what I use, and we're gonna try to do Translate. Otherwise, it's DeepL. If I could, it's either DeepL or built-in Translate through Chrome, and I just copy it. It's like copy and interpret, and then DeepL it back.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I usually do at work, because I have mostly just solved tickets from around the world, and I guess we could transition to my week.
Hey,
For those who
Gerald,
doesn't,
how was your week? Sorry.
hi, my week has been, well, technically 2 weeks because I didn't stream last week. It's just been very busy last week with not only the transition to go into the office on a regular basis. Also, my mom was heading over to the Philippines, which was now in like I think in Iloilo celebrating a reunion, I believe, like a college reunion.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, hence why it's just been very busy and hectic for me all last week. I didn't stream Dragyn Talk. Apologize for that. Um,
Yeah.
but we are here now, and I will definitely talk about the transition back into the office, which has been very, very interesting. But I think it's starting to normalize a bit now after this week. But basically, the first week of coming back. Hi, Izzy. Welcome, welcome. Um, first week of coming back was very interesting because it was definitely more than the 10 or 20 people I usually see in the office normally. It's, I think, so while we are about 400 strong, I believe it's around 300 strong in total of like those who work in the SF office. Ooh, someone got money.
I want money.
Um, it's still kind of like split. Like some departments don't show up on some days and whatnot. I mean, for my department, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Other people will show up on Mondays. Other people will show up on Fridays, and then they alternate on those days. But I believe on average, at least within the 3 days that our team has been gone to the office, I think we've been averaging about like I'd say 150 or so people.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite the transition, definitely, from the 10 or 20 that I usually see in a nice, quiet office. What's cool though is that even with like we have about like our whole team, which is now 30, almost 40 strong. Um, it's mostly quiet because most of us are just on our computers, probably listening to music and doing tickets. So it's like there'll be times where like I'm like I want to like kind of like look up and see what's going on and realize, oh my god, it's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet aside from the freaking HVAC that likes to turn on and is very, very loud.
Mm.
Someone should probably get a fix on that because it actually started to bother my team, both my team lead and my team manager, who I sit next to, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Which has been very interesting, and it was a bit nerve-wracking at first because it's like, okay, I can't fuck up or do anything, but then now I've just like, all right, nah, I got used to it. I got used to it very quickly. But yeah, no, just going back into the office, knowing where I was going to be sitting. So unfortunately, they did move me, so I couldn't really station where I wanted to sit per se, where I had it before everyone came back. But I was moved to a place that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So
Mm.
I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. I managed to like really make my spot, and then just did work. And but basically, the first couple, for at least the first 2 days, it has been a little bit less on trying to work on tickets and more of like, hi, so you're this person. And just like catching up, and doing your not really formalities, but just like hi, like hi, maybe shake a hand, wave or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it was really nice to meet up. Now I could finally put a face to the name that I usually see online. Because
Nice.
again, some of them don't actually put their picture as their profile picture
Mm.
on Discord, right? Our main communication is still Discord, by the way. It's interesting. But now I finally could put a face on it. It makes it so much easier to like see who I'm actually talking to and whatnot, which is pretty good. But yeah, those were mainly the like at least for the first 2 days is just, oh hi, you are you, cool. And then eventually it started becoming like a little bit more easier to like start collaborating, asking questions and everything like that. And that's what I've experienced the past 2 weeks. It's like, aside from still doing tickets and whatnot, whenever we're in the office, there is more of a chance to like walk up to someone and ask a question. Walk up to someone and like start collaborating, having a conversation and everything like that. Something that, not gonna lie, I've missed doing ever since leaving Census. I did miss that sort of like in-person interaction, and I'm glad that we were kind of back into it. I'm actually okay with 3 days a week. 5 days a week, I think we'll be pushing it. Definitely 3 days a week was enough to like get that sort of interaction going and keeps us like in the know. And I feel like even doing that, it keeps like um the communications between my coworkers a lot better now. Like compared to before, where it's like, yeah, I could probably ask you, but I'm not too sure when you see their name on the group chat or anything like that. But now, ever since we like talk face to face, able to like have like any random general conversations, I've been seeing more messages from the coworkers I've been talking to IRL now on here, just like asking questions, and I basically did the same thing backwards. It's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. Um, I got a haircut, drinks to take to work, compression gloves, ooh, masks that have their own lanyards, short sleeve hooks. Ooh, looks like someone tried to update their gear and themselves. It's pretty cool. I realized that eventually, maybe in June, I'm gonna get a haircut before it gets too crazy, even though it's been windy these past couple of weeks. And my hair is just kind of going foof a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe in June. But I do need to cut this over the weekend. This is starting to irritate me just a wee bit. Also, Kyo, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 13 months.
Kyo Lover 16 na just resubscribed for 13 months.
Thank you, thank you, text to speech. I forgot about that again, once again. Short hair again? Nice. I remember you with like, yeah, you had pretty long hair actually last time we met Izzy. So, that's pretty cool. Bitch, you didn't really close the exit. Get to get in. But yeah, thank you, Kyo, for the 13 months of tier 1. Oh, I almost broke glass. I think I'm still I think I'm transporting glass. No, I am. I am transporting glass. I broke glass.
There, roll.
It's okay, I got this. Oh, I do not have any gears to work with. Oh, yeah, I did it.
I'm probably gonna get a haircut in June too.
Ooh.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time since you got a haircut.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to get myself a haircut, which is interesting because I thought I was gonna get a haircut when I went back to the Central Valley to visit my dad, bring my dad back home. But I didn't, so now I get to go to find a hair salon, which I know there's a hair salon like right next to McDonald's, which is a 2-minute walk away from me. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, work has been great. Work has been quite amazing. Especially just getting back into meeting with people again. I feel like I should not be going this way. Oh well. But yeah, no, work has been pretty good. It's just been interesting trying to find like a good place to eat lunch because used to be I could eat at a cafeteria and have no problem even with 20 people. Now, I really don't want to eat at my desk and have my desk smell like food, so to the outside benches, which has been pretty nice, even though it's been very windy the past few times I've been eating outside. I know, like I remember there'd be like a point where I start eating and then suddenly my napkin that I just placed right on the middle of the table is about to fly away. I was just like, wait, no, come back here. You will come back here and you will like it. Oh, I am a stuttery balls. That's weird. Okay. I'll fix it later, I guess. But it has like the only like one downside, and actually one of the downsides. The other downside is sometimes the Wi-Fi is fine, but sometimes the Ethernet goes down. The Ethernet internet, like the wired internet, goes down, and I'm just like, why is my internet suddenly slow? What the fuck, guys? Hello. My work has been slow, and then they've been cutting costs and stuff. Oh boy, oh no, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, hopefully it's not gonna be too crazy. Hopefully it doesn't get any more crazier than that, Kyo.
Yeah, traffic.
Traffic likes to be fun. Yeah, no, it's been pretty good. Again, just seeing people again. I tried my best to like meet up with a couple of other teams as well, but it's been it's been such a hit or miss. Oh well. Which is like, oh well. One day I'll eventually get to really know my coworkers, my other coworkers from other departments, aside from support and development.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the power. That was break, Daryl. There we go. Yeah, that's been pretty good. And then, well, at least for the first day of coming back, I can only take a half day because my friend Tony or Vietslayer, he changed his name already over on everything, but he came over because we were going to watch a comedy show. So it was interesting for him because it's his first time driving in San Francisco, or at least driving into San Francisco, not really in San Francisco. But apparently he made it. He didn't need my guidance. He managed to make it all the way to my office and then pick me up at the office. And then we just had a pretty chill start of the day. Basically, did a lunch and then shopping at a Korean market because he needs to pick up on that nice, good old Asian goods that is sometimes hard to find in the Central Valley. But then after I just pretty much chilled, walking around in Japantown, and then got to the Palace of Fine Arts and watched one Nigel Ning or Uncle Roger on YouTube, from YouTube. Definitely a fun comedy show. The very adult humor, which I feel bad for the two families that were there. But I think they know what they got themselves into. It was definitely not going to be family friendly, especially since Uncle Roger is not very family friendly. But kids like it anyways, which is interesting. But it was a really fun show to watch overnight. Not too bad. And Palace of Fine Arts is a really nice venue, which Palace of Fine Arts in general is just a really nice place. I just didn't know there was a theater there. But now I know there's a theater. Apparently, like, other acts are actually even playing there. I believe Ethan from Crank Gameplays is apparently having his road show over there. I believe it's this weekend. Over there at the Palace of Fine Arts as well. So it's like really interesting. But it was really cool to watch that. And after that, I kind of had to stay up a little bit late because I need to be sure that my friend was able to get out of the city. Luckily, he did and managed to make it all the way back home. So not too bad nonetheless. And then Wednesday rolled around. I only did a shorter day again because that day my mom was flying out to the Philippines, which is like the one big travel that we were all, being a little bit antsy about, trying to be sure that everything will go right, sort of thing. Fortunately, my mom did experience a little bit of delay with the flight, but it was not too bad. But yeah, I had to leave about an hour too early, which was around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, to leave my office to get to my place, and then eventually from my place get an Uber ride with me, my mom, and my dad, and my mom's luggage all the way to the airport, because while she is only carrying 2 check-in bags and a carry-on and some other things, it's probably not going to be smart riding that on board, especially in rush hour. Not the greatest thing in the world. So luckily an Uber ride wasn't that expensive. It was pretty much the same price that I paid when I was actually when I took an Uber ride to the airport to visit Dragyn. So yeah, got there, and then my mom had her antigen test because the Philippines required an antigen test to be done 24 hours before departure. Luckily, there were a couple places right at the airport where my mom could do the antigen test, so we just went there, waited about 30 minutes, and then have them print out the report. And from there, my mom was able to check in. Check-in was actually quite a lot smoother than it was pre-COVID, because pre-COVID, I remember you have to queue up in the line almost an hour before the check-in desks are open, and it would still take if you just came in right before the check-in desk opened, you probably have to wait for like another half an hour or so. But this time, like, they've had like quite a lot of checkpoints. One to first check the Philippine official app. So how I explained to Dragyn, it's like ArriveCan. I forgot what it's called now, but it's like a sort of pass that you show to any like of the Filipino government officials or anything like that to be sure that you're cleared and good to go, that you've done all your checklist requirements and you're good to travel, sort of thing. So I did that all for my mom because my mom's not the best with technology, so I was able to input most of, if not all of it, for her, which made it such a seamless process to get through check-in, because first things first is they check if you filled out the pre-information for in the app, and then from there at check-in you'll just show you've done the app, answered the questions, and then you show your vaccination and then your passport and then usual stuff, basically. But it was definitely a lot more seamless process. I think my mom was like in and out from the start of the first like checking of documents down to bags already checked in and then already has their boarding pass in about like 20-30 minutes, even including waiting, which wasn't terrible, really. However, to be fair, once I heard when my mom landed in Manila, my mom said it was like a half-filled flight. So I guess maybe there was probably a slight play in that, where it took like about less time to get through the whole check-in, even including the additional documents and checks they need to do. But yeah, everything was pretty seamless. Nothing too crazy or anything. Like, even at the midst of evening on a Wednesday, which usually evenings in general in SFO is pretty busy because a lot of overnight international flights, a lot of international flights do fly overnight, especially Asia or Asian-oriented flights, and I believe some overnight European flights, I think. Usually leave like between like 9 and midnight or 9 and 1. So like right before the airport closes. But yeah, so even on like a usual crowd, I'd say, I think compared to like pre-pandemic levels, it's still less, but it was still busy nonetheless. My mom was able to get in, and then security wasn't too bad either. My mom was able to clear through security in about like 15 minutes, not too bad. So after that, we just said our goodbyes after security, and then just me and my dad headed home over BART, which wasn't too bad at all. It's like get on the BART train, 10-15 minutes, wait for the bus, get home. Much better than driving 1.5-2 hours back to Central Valley whenever you have to bring someone to the airport so they can go to the Philippines. So such a seamless process. It was pretty nice. But I'm glad it was like, it was that easy. Like it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too hectic. And then even what my mom said, even landing in Manila, since she had all her documents ready and everything, it was a pretty fast check. And then after that, immigration, baggage, and then boom. But since they were like a little bit delayed, she hit rush hour, which even though where my mom's family live in Metro Manila, they're like easy 20 minutes away from the airport, it still took about an hour. Manila traffic, everyone. But yeah, like my mom did not have a hard time getting to the Philippines, which is great to hear. So it kind of sparks me some interest, and actually it's been sparking interest to my dad and a little bit of my mom as well, to think of maybe Christmas in the Philippines 2022, because I've been meaning to do Christmas in the Philippines in 2020, but COVID happened. So that's actually gonna be in talks in the next couple of weeks and months to see if we can work out the plan. I'd still need to find a time to meet with my team lead about it to see if I can maybe take 3 weeks off at work on Christmas and New Year's to go to the Philippines, which will definitely deter the plan of going to Japan in 2023. However, it's still, even if Japan is opening up next month, they're still heavily restricting sorts of leisure travel right now. It's like you cannot do free for all leisure travel. I think you have to do it through like a company and everything, which is still probably a hassle to go through at this point. So I think Japan is still definitely off. I would say Japan's probably off the tables in 2023. Um, but it does pique my interest to actually go to Asia and definitely the Philippines for Christmas, which I've been wanting to do for quite some time. And who knows? Maybe the time is now. Maybe the time is this year. So I'm gonna check in with my lead and hopefully check in with my manager to see if I could do this. Try to use up all the hours I can, including all the days off we are gonna have over the holidays to head over to visit family over there. I want to say one more time for now because, again, for something like me, like in the future, it's like it's gonna be probably a little while again to visit the Philippines. But who knows? Maybe that could change. Whether with if the job is flexible enough, which this one is, I feel like more or less is, but I do need to ask just in case. To be visiting the Philippines and well, traveling in general. But I digress. I can definitely hold that off till when the subject comes about. Once I have more information about this, basically. Yeah, like, but even with like the more or less awesome transition to back to work and getting my mom all ready and go to the Philippines, it definitely got me exhausted through that weekend. Hence why I canceled Truck and Talk last week. However, at the same time, on that Friday, I decided to go with my dad because he wanted to get back to the Central Valley that weekend. So I said, you know what, let me join you. I've been wanting to go back anyways, sort of thing. So we did that, did a little short day on Friday, and then went back to the Central Valley. It was a nice, like, relaxing weekend, basically. Unfortunately, some of my friends were, I guess, either busy or just not feeling too well, which is a bit unfortunate. So, but it gave me more time to just relax at home, which is what I definitely needed. After a pretty productive but hectic week. So just hung out with my dad, just getting some stuff ready and around for him, just to be sure that he'll be able to do most of the things that he needs to do, even though my brother's there. Like, I just want to be sure that he's all good to go and everything. But it's also interesting because I didn't stay for as long as I usually stay in the Central Valley. Usually I stay there from like Friday to roughly Wednesday or Tuesday, or sometimes Thursday, depending on the week. But now I only stayed there for I think 3 nights: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I only stayed there for 3 nights and then left on Monday because I have to be in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I can't really stay for longer, and I really don't have a good excuse as to why I want to work from home next week. So, all right, let's just go home. Let's just go back. Let's just come back to SF. So yeah, on Monday, I decided to come back. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad going to the Central Valley, which was like I thought it for like the past couple of times. It's been kind of way too busy, but coming back to the going to the Central Valley wasn't too bad. Coming back to San Francisco on Monday, which I thought would be pretty busy, wasn't too busy either. So it was pretty chill nonetheless. And then coming back here, going back to work, trying my very best not to use Uber or Lyft. Yet I'm still failing at that. But I've been trying my best to get on a bus in the morning, bus in the afternoon schedule, sort of thing. Getting myself to work has been still a challenge. That's like the one big challenge for me. Even though I've been waking up as early as like 6:30 in the morning to try to leave before 8, I still struggle to leave before 8. And like I've been trying my best to get to work at least before 9, ideally around 8:30. So when I see 8 and then it crosses past 8 and everything like that, I'd be like, okay, I can't. Rather than taking the bus, which takes about 30-40 minutes, I'm gonna wait for an Uber or Lyft and get to work in about 20 minutes. I will find the time to get this schedule working, whatnot. So that was me like Tuesday and Wednesday. Like even like I've been trying to like push my sleeping, like my alarm times earlier and earlier. So I think right now I have my earliest alarm at 5:45, just so I can get myself mentally to wake up,
Mm.
and then hopefully get out of bed by like 6:30, 6:45. Yeah, still takes me about an hour to get out of bed, sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, but then I've managed to get it by Thursday, like having the 5:45 alarm, getting out of bed around 6:45 or so, showered, and then I guess because for whatever reason I was craving McDonald's that morning. I went to McDonald's like a little bit before 7:30, picked it up, ate my breakfast there, and I managed to get out and onto a bus a little bit before 8. So I guess having a craving for McDonald's will get me up early.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe no, I'm not gonna do that every day. That's gonna be too much. Whatever I want to, because yeah, it's a 3-minute. It's basically a 3-minute walk for me to go get McDonald's. Yeah, so it's like I'm gonna do it. I've always wanted to have McDonald's in the morning, and well, I finally have McDonald's in the morning and then bring it to work, sort of thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on a weekly basis or not, like once a week sort of thing. It's tempting, because I do like McDonald's breakfast. I mean, I do like the lunch, the lunch and dinner offerings, the usual burgers and sandwiches and fries and chicken nuggets, but something with a sausage McMuffin and McGriddles has been something I've been eyeing for a while, and I finally managed to get that craving. But yeah, so I'm hoping to improve in the next, hopefully by this coming week, to improve on trusting Uber and Lyft less. Why did I stop when the light was green? God damn it. Dumbass. I want to try to improve on like relying on Uber and Lyft, because it does still cost quite a bit. I managed to somehow secure non-surge pricing trying to get to work, but it still cost me about $25 to get to work.
Yay.
So it's like, I don't want to be spending that much. Even if it's like twice, 3 times a week, it still adds up, sort of thing. And like, I pay $81 a month on a monthly pass for Muni. I want to use it.
Yeah.
To get my worth.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna eventually get back into that sort of grind with the morning busing and all that stuff. Afternoon, evening busing is not too bad for me. Like this past week, actually past 2 weeks, I've been just busing at home, sort of thing. Hasn't been too bad, because my coworker is out on vacation, so he can't give me a ride home at this point. But busing in the evening hasn't been too bad at all. It's been pretty tame, actually. Like, pretty easy to commute home. It still takes about 30-40 minutes, but nothing too bad or anything. I guess I leave when a lot of people are already at home, sort of thing, because mostly the route is it hits through Chinatown, and basically Chinatown closes a little bit before 5. So everyone is probably on their way home by around 5. So when it comes to 6, by the time I get to not my final bus, but my main bus ride, it's not as full, which is good. Still takes me about 3 buses to get home, but only because the first ride and the last ride is just like a 1-2 minute ride. No, 2 to 5 minute ride. But yeah, I've been at least for me, I would never try to never get an Uber ride back home, especially since the days are longer. It's like I still got sunlight. I'm not expecting much during my evenings and nights, aside from eating dinner and just relaxing before going to bed. So it's like, I'll just take my time getting home. I'm not going to stress about it or anything. Just take my time getting home. Mm-hmm. So, I don't need to do an Uber. And plus, actually usually around 5:30 and 6, it's surge pricing galore. So I'm not paying that much to ride an Uber. I'll ride Uber, but when it's at a decent pricing, not when it's surge pricing. I'm not that desperate. But yeah, like the this week hasn't been too bad at work. It's been obviously still getting to know my coworkers a little bit more. But definitely getting comfortable of, like, asking them questions and then answering their questions. And it's been really nice collaborating with each other. I guess they're also one of my coworkers is planning to do like little weekly trainings. Have everyone volunteer to do a weekly training, and thanks coworker for making me volunteer. So I now have to do a presentation on the 1st of June, which is something that I actually know what to talk about, so it's great. I just need to compile it. So like we're doing like more in-person trainings and whatnot. We've been slowly doing more in-person trainings now. Like some other people had ideas in mind of doing a training, but it's still online. However, we decided to like all meet up in a meeting room and watch the training together. It was pretty cool. Definitely getting that interaction with a couple of the coworkers, and even some of like the newer ones were like starting to like ask me questions now. It's like, because it's like usually I think they're still kind of afraid to ask like online, but like once I'm like walking around like seeing what they're doing, kind of asking what they're doing, they've been more comfortable asking questions, which is pretty cool. It's been pretty fun to help out, and also not only help out but also do my tickets. It's been a very productive week this week for me. I feel pretty good about it. And hopefully that, definitely continues week after week as we go through the summer and then go through the rest of 2022 with work. Now with other things, I still need to figure out how to balance it out. I haven't got it yet. I'm hoping to get it maybe by June to balance out. I think I got the work stuff done. I just need to find proper timing to do, the productive work here, whether it be streaming, whether it be editing a video and uploading the video and all that stuff. I'm slowly getting through it. I will get back into my pace here soon. I thought it was going to be an easy transition. But there's still a little bit of bumps, but I'm getting there. guys. So I will hopefully get back into a decent weekly flow of streaming and videos here soon. And once I've more or less gotten comfortable with it. I just need to get my body retrained to do other things as well, when I get back home or something, and something like, and not something like that, but in other things like that. There we go. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's been my 2 weeks. Since hopefully, it's definitely going to be still a little bit more work and whatnot. I do realize next week is Fanime in San Jose, and I'm still questioning if I want to go. I'm a bit tempted because I think at this point, I think it's going to be unlikely that my friends and I are going to go to Anime Expo. Yeah, and if that's the case, I'm tempted to go for Fanime next week, and definitely Crunchyroll Expo in August and whatnot. So, oh no, that's not a good turn. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm stuck. Huh? Are we okay?
Oh boy. That's a big mess up.
I can't get out. Guys, I'm stuck. We will try our best to get out of here. I don't know what I did.
Oh lordy.
Okay.
That's a big stucky.
I'm big stuckies. Oh, I have to go back home. What the fuck? I made no progress then.
Oh lordy.
Oh my god, I have to do this whole drive again. What? Where did I get stuck?
Daryl.
Oh, did I get stuck here? No, I got stuck at the left turn. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I thought I'd been driving for a while. Interesting. Oh, I love Pocari Sweat. Wait, there we go. Ah, I can't rotate this correctly. There we go. Basically Asian Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I have water next to me too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's been me for the past 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll see what comes about the rest of May. I'm tempted to go to Fanime, the anime convention in San Jose this coming weekend.
What day? Or what days?
I'm thinking. Oh shit! I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Oh shit! I went the wrong way.
Oh my lord.
I don't think I'm gonna be doing like the full weekend or anything like that, but definitely maybe like Saturday, and if I really want to try Sunday, I don't know. Let's see.
So that's like this weekend, like tomorrow, like onwards.
No, next weekend.
Okay. I was gonna say like, oh.
Yeah, no. On the 28th. So on Memorial Day weekend for the States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so which is cool because it's been first in a while that we've had a 3-day weekend, so be good to get on. And usually on a 3-day weekend,
3-day weekend.
I know you and your 5-day weekend. Sheesh.
What up, nerds?
Interesting why it's a 5-day weekend though.
I can explain why when it comes to my part.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm planning to like maybe go. We'll see. I know my friends are I know one of my friends are planning to go to Fanime. I don't know if other people are planning to go to Fanime, but if they are, it'd be cool to just like meet up on one of those days or something like that. I think one of them is going to do the full weekend. So they're going to be staying at like a hotel or an Airbnb somewhere in San Jose. For me, it's like, it shouldn't be too hard. I'm not going to be staying out too late, per se. I'm going to try my best, like, if I know who's planning to go next week, I'm going to try my best to wake up early and get on a early train down to San Jose. Which means I'll figure out when Truck and Talk is going to happen next week. Maybe next Friday still. It'll be cool because I haven't been to an anime convention in quite some time. And if it's not even though it's not AX, it's still an anime convention. So I get to see all the new things and all the new arts from people and whatnot, from new series, and all the new shit that really came out during COVID times. The times of COVID, be really cool. So we'll see. We'll definitely see next week if I be heading there. I would want to. I would definitely want to. I want to see how hard it is to get like a ticket on site, sort of thing, and see how bad LineCon would be on a Saturday.
Oh boy, that's risky business.
Oh yeah. We'll see how good or bad it's gonna be. I mean, because of like other conventions that has been sprawling up, especially since like as of late, or as of, not as of late, as of recent. I don't know how big Fanime would be. I know Anime Expo is one of the biggest, like, if not only America, in fact the world, for anime convention actually. Doesn't beat out Comic-Con, which is the biggest nerd comic convention, or basic general nerd stuff. That thing just has so many people. But Anime Expo is still pretty big. I think they still get like 40,000 people. And I think that they may be seeing that amount this year. So it's, but like Fanime still gets like a decent amount. So we'll see how good or bad it's gonna be in terms of like crowds. Not I don't, like in terms of like whoever's gonna be there in the venue and whatnot. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pumping. And mainly I would like to go there to see maybe if I can get some goods or art, because I haven't got art, and I always like. I don't know if it's just me, but I rather get like fan art in person rather than online. I think I would rather see it like in person to like really admire it. I mean, I don't mind like buying fan art online, but like I would rather see it in person, like carry it, be like, hey, this is gonna be interesting. If I do go, I'd be like, I'm gonna carry this, and then board Caltrain, and it'll be like I have to carry this for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. Like, yeah, I'm a weeb. What? So what? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it comes about next week. I'm probably gonna have to ask a couple of friends to see who's going to Fanime next week. But yeah, no, yeah, that's been me. That's been me in terms of the past 2 weeks and what may be coming up in the next couple weeks. How have you been doing? How has been teaching and whatnot?
Well, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on here. It's been a few weeks for me, because I think the last one you had, AJ? Or was I on the one after that? I don't remember.
I think the last one I was with you.
Okay. Oh god. Time. Yeah. Well, I have gone from like subbing for a day in Spanish class at like my old high school that I graduated from, to subbing for that rest of the week, to subbing for a whole week after, to now staying there for the rest of the year, the school year. So that's for us ends in the end of June. So now I'm on a temp contract. I signed the paperwork, all that stuff, officially. So now I'm getting a bit more pay than substitute. How much pay, I don't know yet. I still have to fill out a bunch of paperwork and send it in.
Right.
For all that. But I'm getting paid pretty soon with all that.
Yo.
And whoop whoop, higher pay, but with that comes a world of stress.
Especially now that like you're not even substituting, you're actually teaching, and with teaching it's more than just teaching.
Yeah, because like I was given like a heads up that like, yeah, the grade 10s are going to be doing like a travel unit. You have to develop the whole thing. The only requirement is that it has to do with travel, and has to have past tense in it. So there you go. That's the only thing that was the only shit I was given, was that.
Right.
But just like that, it's like, you're making a unit, have fun. And it has to have past tense in it. There you go. And then the other 3 classes are all Spanish 20, but different variations of that. So there's like 20 IB, there's 23Y, 23Y, which is like a Spanish 3-year program. So that means you take it in grade 10 and you finish it in grade 12. So you take 3 years of Spanish. And then there's 26Y, which is you start taking Spanish in grade 7, and you're going to take it in grade 12, so that'll be 6 years of Spanish. And then there's also 26Y IB. So there's different variations and all that, which has been great. And I was told, yeah, you're doing a novel study. The book and audio CDs are on my desk. And that's what I was given. Nothing else. No indication about finals or what the expectations are. Nothing. Just there you go. Run with that and make everything on your own. Good luck.
Definitely pull off the creative freedom in a way, but at the same time, bit panic.
Yeah, a lot of panic. And like even the department head basically was like, yeah, no, I'm mainly French and I'm helping the Chinese teacher like with the Mandarin program. So I'm a little split up that way, because she does French and then there's Mandarin and then there's Spanish. And the other Spanish teacher is kind of like in the same boat as me. Spanish was our minor, but not our major, and she spent the last 8 years teaching in her major. So she has
this is like the first time
that she's been given like a Spanish class or 2 to teach. So she's like, yeah, I got no resources. I'm literally making everything up as I go as well. So like you and I are like in the same boat. Like we're all making things up from scratch.
We get to panic together, sort of thing. I'm hoping.
Not even. She's resentful in a way, because like this teacher that I'm replacing was the head of Spanish. She was the native Spanish speaker, head of the Spanish language program, and is gone. And now I'm here, and she's like, wait, what? Like, who do I go to now for things? And I'm like, good question. So like now she's more stressed because she has to go to the department head. The department head is like pulling things out of her ass basically to help us. It's a good time, great times.
Okay.
Yeah, So it's been crazy, a little rough. That first week that I fully took on myself was like, yeah, I thought I had enough plan for those 75-minute lessons. Nope. So yeah, I watched 20 minutes of Nailed It Mexico in Spanish. Why not? And like trying to like make things work that way.
Hmm.
And then also trying to read two different novels in Spanish, my second language as well, to prepare for this fucking unit. Like it's been a lot. The first couple of weeks that I've been doing this now, literally, I have been getting to school before 8 a.m.,
Hmm.
working through my lunch hours, and staying there till 4:30 p.m. Sometimes 5. And like I feel so bad because the cleaning lady's always like, "Can I, like, I've been to all the other rooms on this side of the school. Like, can I come like just do your room? I won't disturb you at your desk. I'll come, like, we'll take care of that in the morning. But can I?" And I'm like, "Yes, of course. Come on in here. I'm so sorry I'm working late." She's like, "No, it's okay. Where's the teacher? Where's the teacher for this room?" And I'm like, "She's gonna be gone for the rest of the year. I'm here." And she's like, "Oh, that sounds like lots of work." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Oh.
it really is. That's why you'll see a lot of me." She's like, "Well, don't work past what I work. I leave here at 5:30. Don't work past 5:30." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh.
Best advice. Just get out of the school before the janitor gets out of the school.
That's
Um,
smart.
yeah, so it's been a little wild. Like I've been pulling those kinds of days and then coming home and
Hmm.
working still. Because not only did the teacher leave me with no resources to plan things with, she left me major projects to mark for all the classes. And then made me do a quiz with them the week that I was there. So I had to mark 4 classes of major projects and a quiz for 3 classes.
Whew.
So technically, like 7 class sets of marking to do.
Hmm.
So I struggled a lot, and it was just overwhelming. This week was a little better because like I got to plan kind of ahead.
Hmm.
So this week I was able to kind of go home a little earlier a couple times, or last week I got to go home early a couple times. This week I kind of played it a little easy a couple days just because I was like so tired and just kind of
Right.
scrambling. But then I still worked. Oh my lord, girl.
Shh, don't worry about it.
Um, but I still worked late anyway, or like still came in early anyway to do all my printing
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But oh my lord, it's just been so many long hours and long days. It's just been crazy, and the kids are all in various states of like, thank gosh we have a teacher who does know enough Spanish to teach us,
Right.
but also like this has been a fucked up semester because their teacher's been in and out
Right.
like crazy. And the last thing they were told by their teacher was like, "Yeah, I'm taking 2 days off next week to do marking, and then after that I'll be back." And then never came back after those 2 days off for marking.
Oh, I see.
And she didn't even do the marking.
Right.
So they've been confused. They've been asking a million and one questions about their teacher, and I can't give them any answers. I don't even have the answers. I
Right.
was just told personal leave. And I'm like, okay, great. So like they're like confused, they're tired. They have gone to class more than she has taught the class.
That's crazy.
When I stepped in. So you know like that's kind of messed up.
Right.
Um and then so then they're kind of like some are grateful that I'm there and I can actually get them through the novels and translate things and help them through it. Then there's the other group that's like, well, why stay at this class? Like why bother? And so some of them are like refusing to listen to me or do the work or follow the instructions, or just sitting there doing nothing all class, no matter what I do.
Hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? That's going to get reflected in your grades. Like, I don't know how much more clear I can make it. I am your teacher now. Expectations are here. Like, I have them. You all know them now. If you're not going to do the work, it's going to get reflected in your grade. And I know the group of you, I have seen your grades now. A lot of you are high 80s, 90s kids. When you don't do work, that grade is going to go down, 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 and surprise on your final. So, like, I've been trying to motivate them, not like use that kind of threatening, like,
Right.
oh, well, can't wait to see what your final's going to be like. It's more than like,
Hmm.
you have to do something. If you want your grade to stay the way it is right now, you gotta put in some effort. You please. Like, I'm here to see you through to the end of this class to get you some
Hmm.
success despite the semester you've had with this class and this teacher. Like, I'm here till the end of this term. I'm gonna get you through finals. Please put in the work. Like, I know it sucks, but do it. But some are getting there, some aren't. So it's been really tough in that regard. And the more the more I'm listening to the kids, the more and more I'm hearing about kids not wanting to take Spanish the year after. Like I'm hearing more and more kids not like dropping Spanish next year because of this experience, and that breaks my heart. Because there's no way I'm going to turn that around for them now. Like not at this point.
Right.
They're already taking classes for next year.
And especially since it's like so close to the end of the semester, it's like
Yeah.
it'd be amazing. You could perform a Hail Mary and give them the confidence, like at least a little bit more confidence that maybe we could do another year, sort of thing.
Yeah, but so I've got the kids that are like, oh man, like I even have some kids that are kind of in the mix of it, like in the middle of it, like, oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. But then I also have some groups of kids who are like, what can we do to help? And I'm like, honestly, just tell me what you need for your final. Because I was told this week that I'm also having to develop their final exam.
Oh.
And it's an oral exam, and the IB kids get photos. So I have to find photos for them to work on for their final. I have to come up with the questions ahead of time, and I have to give them 1 week with the questions to prepare and practice in class with. So now I'm on a timeline. I'm on a crunch timeline too, because we have this 5-day weekend, which cuts out 3 days of fucking teaching.
Right.
And I have to get these novels done with this group. I have to get the travel unit and their projects done for the 10s before June, basically, or at least within the first week of June.
Right.
So that the second week of June is all final prep. And then the third week of June, before the 16th, so I think it's going to be the 13th, 14th, honestly, I can get those finals done with them. And then it's going to be me marking for 2 weeks.
Ooh.
And doing exam supervision the last 2 weeks. So it's a lot. When she, I was feeling pretty confident this week. I was planned. I was good to go. I even did more printing so I could be prepared for the end of this unit, the novels and everything. All that's printed. My Spanish 10s are a little different because that's all scratch. I'm not borrowing a teacher resources CD for them. I'm doing everything by my own brain and so
making it right.
For Spanish 10s, I'm really trying my best with them, but I'm also struggling with them. But I have worked ahead. I was feeling great, and then she dropped that bomb on me, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do? So my colleague Brooke, she works at the school, and she graduated with me from that school at the same year and went to U of A with me. We've known each other for years.
Right.
She actually recommended, you're gonna laugh at this because I think I've told you about Sperling. My Spanish teacher in high school who worked at Lillian, she recommended that I reach out to him because he's still part of Edmonton Public.
Ooh.
And with me being on the Edmonton Public School Board emails, I have his email address.
It makes it easy to just go say, hey, recognize this name?
Hola, Ron. You'll be so proud of me, but I'm also so sorry in advance. I need a final exam resource, please, or more than one, all of them, all that you can give me.
Something that you at least can have a reference to.
Yeah, just to help me out because this is a situation. All I know is that the units each class has been through, and I have to do an oral exam based on not even anything else that I've been given. I don't know what the vocab they've been taught. I don't know anything that they've done besides the novel study and past tense. If you have resources that you can share with me and help me out to make a final exam, help.
Oh.
Or you'll laugh, I'll put at the end, ayúdame.
Ayúdame.
Ayúdame. Help me. Por favor. Sincerely, your former student, now struggling teacher, Violet.
Long-term sub-teacher.
Yeah, just to do that, and then I've been they're funny because they also like Brooke and another teacher, math teacher that's across the hallway from me. They were recommending that I go through the teacher drive on the school computers. So I'm all right, I'll go through that. It's all French and all Chinese right now.
Oh, jeez.
There's some Spanish stuff, but it's for supply work, and it's Spanish games and review games. And like the other Spanish like stuff there that's in her folder, like this teacher's folder, is like supply cover work from October.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, there's nothing on here.
So she really
No
hasn't.
final exams, no nothing. I even went to the final exams folder in languages, and it's French and Chinese. And I'm like, ah,
So she
I,
really thinking most of her stuff on the spot then.
or she has it all in her own drive. Yeah. And I was basically told from my department head that like there's probably no point reaching out to her because she hasn't really been responsive back.
Oof.
Yeah. So I'm like, don't get me wrong, this is a great opportunity, and I'm sure I'm gonna look back on this and be like, yeah, look at me, I fucking survived it, and look at me now
Managed
with
to do the
my
last minute.
Spanish. Look at me with my Spanish fluency now. What up? Um, but at the same time, like right now in the midst of it, I'm like, oh boy, I'm
Right.
here until the 28th of June, and I just gotta get to the 28th of June.
With these kids, hoping they
Well, no, because
pass.
I
Or,
teach literally my last day with the kiddos is the 16th.
oh, I see. And then
And then onwards is exams, like proper final exams, because they get a final exam break in high school.
oh, they do.
Yeah, it's just that languages has to get done beforehand because the exam break is saved for their core. So English, science,
Oh,
math,
I see.
social studies, yeah, it's just so
So
smart.
basically,
Yeah.
the foreign languages are, I guess, I don't know, this is the best way to explain it, like an elective for them, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
It is. It's yeah, it's an option basically. Kind of like it's an option with like arts, foods, construction,
Hmm.
media, Photoshop, photography, all the
All
other
that
things.
stuff, yeah, yeah. All the
Yeah.
arts and home ec and whatnot like that.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah,
But,
so yeah, I just gotta get it figured out and sorted. This weekend I have to do some marking.
hmm
On my 5-day weekend. Let me explain why it's a 5-day weekend.
yeah.
So Friday, Monday were our stats because it is for Victoria Day long weekend.
hmm
We celebrate Queen Victoria's birthday. Not must be one Queen Victoria, but Victoria. Um, maybe she had a big monarch history here in Canada, and that's what I don't fucking remember.
Probably.
So we get that long weekend there, and then Tuesday and Wednesday is Teacher in Lieu days. So
Oh, so
like
like,
we just like teachers are like no classes, teacher in lieu. So like, oh yeah, sorry, that's a very Canadian term, isn't it? Because it's French.
it's,
Uh,
I
it's
think I might know what it is
like
in
paid
English.
staff day.
Yeah. So it's like, kids don't come into class, right? Sort of thing.
Yeah, like no non-instructional days.
Yeah, where you could just pretty much do it, I guess, a catch up
What does
in
the
a way.
calendar say? Let me actually open up the division calendar for you and tell you what the term is on here. Let's not go to the next year calendar, Violet. Mm-mm. What month are we? We're May, are we? It says board approved non-instructional day.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've heard of these days before back in like especially like
Yeah.
just to balance out a schedule sort of thing. It's like rather than putting the kids into school, it's like, hey, use this day to just do catch up on your
Yeah.
work and grading and all that stuff.
Yeah, so the 20th, so today was a board approved non-instructional day. The Wednesday is the board non-instructional day. The Tuesday is
Mm-hmm.
Teachers' Day in lieu, so that's no teachers or students in the school.
Mm.
Yeah, and then the 23rd is public holiday. Yeah, that's the Victoria Day.
Which is
Uh,
Monday, I believe.
yeah, so 28th is the last official day of classes, and last day of exams, and then that's my last day.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we have Teachers Day in lieu, and I don't know even what to really explain that as, but I don't know what that means, what that would be in the equivalent of the States.
No, I think it's of the same verbiage too. It's like, uh, yeah, like no kids show up in class. Basically, it's the teachers. It's like a catch up day for you guys, right?
Yeah, I think so. We only get 2 a year,
Or just
and
like
they
planned
usually run
wherever.
holidays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to do extended holidays and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah.
last one was in November, and that makes sense because Remembrance Day was on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And so they did like a big like teacher board approved time off, and then like Remembrance Day, and then Teachers Day in lieu.
On Friday, sort of thing. So
Yeah.
it's like a 4-day weekend. Yeah, I know they've done that when I was back in high school. Like especially like during when it was like my high school, which was like during recession. Like they had to cut on some school days for budgetary reasons, if I remember correctly. So what they did, but mainly it's like during the holidays. So like normally our like Thanksgiving holidays would last the day before. We get the day before off, Thursday, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. During some years, they decided to also axe Monday and Tuesday, so it'd be teacher and lieu days for those, like basically catch up days for you guys, and then everyone takes a whole week off, basically, effectively.
Yeah. I love it. My department head's so great. Because technically on the 26th in the morning, we have to be at the school for like before 8 a.m. for like our meeting, like our department head meeting at 8 a.m. And like my department head emailed us, and I just saw this because I haven't really looked at my emails since 3 o'clock yesterday.
Right.
And she's like, I think we just need to get through the month and survive. We will meet in June. Come and see me if you have any issues, though. Have a great weekend, everyone. I love that. I think we all just need to get through this month. I'm like, girl. Yeah.
Yep. Curious though, I'm like, and I'm pretty sure maybe you'll have this sort of transition as we get like as we keep talking about Dragyn. Like, even with all the hecticness that's been going on, even with like the language department, right? Like, you've been like at least trying your best, like to ask, converse, and see like given like at least some advice, especially with your department head.
No.
Oh.
So like this is the part that this is where you and I differ. Because, like, at the school, mind you, I'm working with thousands of kids.
Right.
And 150 staff. So, I mean, less staff than you, but at the same time, it's a school of 2,000 plus kids. So it's a lot of people in and out, going by crazy. Every fucking day, I swear to God, more and more students are not wearing masks. And more staff are not wearing masks. So for me, I've been scared and terrified, and plus the attitude around COVID now is ridiculous. Like, it's still fucking here. But now we've got... I don't even know if I should even rant about this, to be honest, since I feel like everybody else has a different opinion than me and my sister at this point. But, like, I've been around staff that have gotten COVID, like, in the last few weeks, coming back and saying, oh, I can't wait to, like, take off my mask in 2 weeks because it's going to be out of my system and I don't have to fucking worry about this shit anymore.
On those people.
A lot of those people.
Like,
I'm not saying, like, just 1 or 2 people. There's, like, 6 that I have ran into in the last couple weeks that are looking forward to not teach with a mask. One teacher that I was, like, I decided to go downstairs and try to find Brooke to have, like, lunch with, but turns out she took a teaching day off to, like, do marketing. I'm like, fuck. So I had to go down there awkwardly by myself to go and see her. She wasn't there. But this one guy was in there. He was just like, yeah, I covered, like, 3 weeks ago, but, like, now I don't have to worry about masks, right? Because, like, what matters? It doesn't matter anymore. And I'm like, oh, my God. And he's, like, not even, like, he's a few feet away from me. Not even 6 feet. Few feet.
Right.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So instead of me going out and socializing with people like you have been doing, introducing yourself, I am locked up in my fucking room. Also, I found out that a lot of my students in my classes have had it too, have had COVID. And fairly recently. Within the last couple months. And I'm like, I can't. So, like, I have been a shut-in. Like, I have been in my room. Like, from morning to the end of the day, I only leave to go to the bathroom and go heat up my food in the staff room briefly at the start of lunch and come back. Because one of the asshole teachers called me a COVID zeroer, which makes no sense, but whatever. Because he's like, oh yeah, you're the overtly cautious one, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, get away from me. Get away from me without your mask on. Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't want to get it. I can't afford it. I can't do it. Like, no. I refuse. I don't want this. I am not one of those fuckers out there that's like, well, everyone's gonna get it sometime. I refuse. No. I'm not going to get it. I'm going to be safe. I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to wear my mask properly like the entire time. And I'm going to stay socially distant. I'm going to, like, even public transit's been bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surrounded by people not wearing masks on the transit. I'm surrounded by people at my work who decide to come to work with a cold, not wear a mask, and like coughing everywhere. Like that's the environment I'm in. People are coming to work sick. Like, no, I can't. Like, there's no fucking way. And it sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, I hate that I'm like this because I'm at my old high school. I can go talk to old teachers. I can go
Mm-hmm.
socialize and like maybe go for drinks on Friday night. But now like I know the culture of people's attitudes around COVID in the school and in the workforce. I'm like, no. I
Right.
don't want to put myself out there. And it sucks. I'm not making friends. I'm being a shut-in. I'm lonely. I don't go to my department head as much as I should be doing right now. I've just been like, you know what? No. It's too terrifying. And yeah,
Right.
that's gonna make me seem like a big baby or a scaredy cat on this internet. Like, I know it. Trust me, Twitter's a nightmare. But, like, I don't want to get it.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. It's especially like where it's been quite a transition for you. There's been things, that still needs to be balanced, and so it's like it's not worth to get sick, as you say. It really isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like until there's at least some security that where if you do get sick, it's like okay, I at least have some security. I don't have to worry about too much things. But it's like yeah, like for especially like it's like the same thing for me. It's like I don't want to get sick either because it's like I'm like it's good to get paid. It's I need to get paid and to do things just to get through because I'm paying for a place. I'm paying for to live where I'm living.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can only trust only myself to for this. So
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely not worth to get sick over. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for like my view, it's just ever so slightly different, but I'm still cautious. It's because it's like if I'm like, because I know for the fact my team is very cautious in terms of COVID. Everyone is thinking they still like, why don't we just work at home, sort of
Yeah.
thing. So I know for the fact they're very cautious at it. So when it comes to other teams who I haven't talked to, masks up no matter what. I don't care what you're doing or anything. I'm putting my mask up until I get away or outside when there's no one there. So, um,
Mm-hmm.
no, I definitely understand. It's just like, especially it's more, yeah. Why get sick when you don't need to?
Yeah.
Like, it's cool that you can't afford to get sick. I can't, sort of thing. Like, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I hope they understand. It's like, it's not of like when I'll get sick. It's more of like I don't want to because if I do, I'm fucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, don't think of it like, oh, tis but a cold or tis but a sickness. It's tis but a sickness and I'm homeless, or tis but a sickness and I'm gonna be hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Just like,
Yeah.
just have the other thought. Like, if you have the security, awesome. But I don't. I need to be sure that I'm still
Yeah.
working here.
Yeah, I mean, like, teachers who've been there for years, of course, have gone up the pay scale, so they're
Right.
fine. But, like, us who are just, like, us who made the stupid yet smart decision to quit Superstore when she did,
Mm-hmm.
is barely fucking surviving right now on
Right.
money. I'm not doing great with money, like, honestly. Because, like, I'm only getting paid for my out-school classes, and I technically owe my couple kiddos, like, refunds. But I can't afford to take those refunds right now.
Oh.
So I have to wait till the end of the class to give them. Because right now, until I get paid on the 31st, I'm living off of maybe $70 a week, if lucky.
This is fucking pretty. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, they redesigned Vienna. Holy shit! This is good. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This looks really awesome, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like, like there's more than just a sickness struggle. Like again, if you can afford it, awesome, cool. But some people can't. Some people
Yeah.
need to make a living.
Yeah. And like every couple of weeks, I need to get bus tickets because I can't afford a bus pass. So there's that. Like I can't afford a bus pass, so I'm getting bus tickets, which is technically, if you look at it over a month period, yeah, okay, getting a bus pass would be better, but I'm not making enough without school to be able
To
to
get it.
buy a bus pass outright.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also need to get groceries, and groceries have become kind of like a weekly, like, okay, these are the basic things I need, and that's all I can do.
Right.
So it's tough. Like this last little while has been rough, and like, yeah, I've been enjoying going out every like weekend with my sister because like I don't need to worry about sleep, working overnights, and it's great. But like, I can't get shit. I can't do
Until
anything
until
fun.
you have some financial security
Yeah,
where you can have that sigh of relief and say, okay, maybe I can hang out with you guys, and
yeah, and actually like do things or whatever. But
right.
yeah, like it's been hard. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like part of me regrets quitting Superstore for that little bit of financial security I had. At the same time, I know that would have killed me.
You would have
Working
been
the 5 days a week I did, like
right.
I have been doing, working 7:30 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m.,
Mm-hmm.
coming home, and some of those nights I teach 5:30 to 7 p.m., and then going to work 11:30 p.m. to 8 a.m. on
You,
Friday, like that Friday
you,
night.
right. You would be under new again. I don't know if we talked about it in Truck and Talk per se, but like
Probably not.
the work stress and stress-induced sickness sort of thing.
Well, yeah, because like that Friday I would get no sleep. I would be up from
Mm-hmm.
like 6 a.m. Friday morning to probably 9:30 a.m. Saturday
Mm-hmm.
morning. And Northern Lights is meeting Saturday mornings now, so technically I would be up from 6 a.m. Friday morning to 11 a.m. Saturday straight.
Yeah, and that's not healthy. That will take a toll on the body, and that can get you into more kinds of trouble, which will inhibit you on doing any of that stuff.
Yeah, so like it's super smart and like definitely glad I did like quit. But like man, week to week to week to week, I'm like not doing like enough to be okay.
Right.
So it's been hard and like I honestly have been feeling bad about it. It sucks. But I know I'm getting there, like 11 more days, and I get this paycheck. It's just,
It will cover as much as things as it needs to be. Hopefully,
yeah.
and maybe
That's
more.
the, that's the thing. I don't know when I'm getting paid,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to fill out this fucking paperwork and get it done, so I actually can get like that contract to me.
Right.
I have actually, oh god, a whole fucking ordeal. I have to email the UK again, a couple things, and
Oh
hopefully
no,
get a
not again.
response back. Yeah, because like I need the actual the schools that I work at in the UK to sign and confirm my teaching experience. Yeah.
Gosh.
Uh-huh. So I need to find like the agency I was with in the UK is dumb. They're like, oh yeah, you need to contact the schools. Make sure like you still have their email addresses. I'm like, can you provide me with one? Because
Do
it's
you
been a
talk
couple
to them?
years. But like no, they're idiots. They just keep sending me links of like, here you can go here to find this information. And I'm like, can't you just provide it for me? Oh my god. I thought you were an agency that's supposed to help with like people get information, not to be like, go look at this for yourself. God. Anyway, so now yeah, I gotta go search through my email addresses and try to make sure I can have a contact at like Alberton and a contact at St. Greg's
Mm-hmm.
to do this to confirm my teaching experience. So I have to do that like tonight or even as early as tomorrow morning,
Right.
so I can get that can get confirmed, and then I have to find a contact at Norquest. Oh boy, to confirm that experience.
Whew.
Yep. Uh-huh. Good times. So I have to do all that, and then I have to fill out my benefits forms. Yay!
Hey.
Because like now that I'm a teacher, my benefits have technically changed, so they want me to reapply.
It's
So
like,
yeah,
hey, at
there's that.
least be covered on this, and then use it to as much as you can.
Yeah, pretty much. So I gotta get that done too tomorrow. Like tomorrow's gonna be a big paperwork day, if I'm honest. For all this and get like really confirmed into things, and oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, get those benefits. I'm going for a massage. I have massage coverage once that gets approved, baby.
Ooh.
And yeah, doing that.
Speaking of that, I still need to get new glasses sometime soon.
My
I've
sister
been
just got some new ones.
I've been slacking on getting an appointment because it's like I still haven't like my weekend is still of like I still want to travel sort of thing, but it's like I really need to find one day in the weekend to at least get an appointment and just get my glasses done.
Yeah.
It's like I just need to pay. I don't know if I forgot what I need to pay. I think I need to pay for like the frames and a little bit of the lens. But it's like at least like the exams covered and whatnot. I don't remember what it's covered, but it's like I need to get it so I can at least get new glasses because these are almost 5 years old. Sure, I could still see shit, but at the same time, it'd be great to have new glasses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least you can still see shit. My sister with her prescription,
Uh-huh.
she couldn't.
Ooh.
It was really, really bad, so she had to
Ooh.
wait a while for her glasses to get in. It got worse and worse and worse, and now she's got her new glasses, and it's much better, but she's still struggling. So,
Yeah, for especially for us glasses users, it's like it'll take some time to get used to the new glasses, anyways. But I'm hoping for her, it won't be too long for her to get used to it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, get your glasses, man. God,
I
5 years.
know I need to do it.
Jesus.
I've been slacking. I need to do it.
To be fair, I've been slacking on getting to my doctor's, but I mean, my doctor's office hours are the same hours as teaching. So, that's
Not
why
a
I'm
good
going on
time to get out of here
Tuesday.
for teaching.
But I'm
Oh,
finally
great.
going on Tuesday, because, like, my ears need to get done, and I want to talk to my doc about some of my prescriptions to
Ooh.
adjust to my teaching lifestyle. Because it was adjusted for my nighttime schedule.
Ah, right.
So,
You're day body,
I'm a day boy. Yep.
day boy. I don't know where I thought day boy. That was weird.
Yeah, I'm a day boy.
You're a day boy.
Um, yeah, so, like, there's
Fancy.
that. But, like, also, like, there's been some really good moments, though, like, in some of my classes. Like, I think I'm finally getting to my block threes a bit. Mind you, to be fair, this week, the one absolutely noisy, gets out of her seat constantly student in my class was sick all week. So that made a world of a difference. Because, yeah, she was the one that would, like, get up out of her seat and move across the room all the time. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's just like, sorry, someone wanted me to come see something. And I was like, not right now. I'm in class. I was like, you're in class. It's not recess. Sure, this class is pretty chill, and I've kept a pretty good chill vibe in here, but no.
No.
Sintate. Like, oh, they're so angry that I know that in Spanish now, because they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, sintate, por favor.
You gotta live with it, guys. You gotta live with it.
Yeah,
The Spanish class. Hello.
yeah, that's right. I know how to say sit down in Spanish, or state. Um, that made a difference, though, that she was. But like the rest of them, like I'm finally getting through to a lot of them. Like, look, y'all, I don't want to raise my voice anymore. I don't want to yell. I'll just wait. hmm I'll just wait. I'll be patient. It's your learning. We need to finish the book, but I'm also okay if we don't. Like it's your learning. Can't wait for that final oral exam when I ask you a question about the end of the book and what you think about it. Can't wait. And they're like, wait, miss, that's gonna be one of the oral questions? I'm like, it might be. When you like to know.
What
So
I'd like to know. I don't even know.
And then a few of them are like, okay, guys, shut up.
Oh
Okay?
wow.
We want to, we got to make sure we're good for the finals. And she's going to make us good for the final. Like, come on. Like, some of them have been doing that this week now. And I'm like, hey.
Hey. Now, can you do that in Spanish?
I
That'd be
know
a
a
fun
few of them.
challenge for them, but I think that'd be too much.
No, because then they'll start learning curse words. And I'm going to be like, no.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. No.
No. In fact,
Would you be-
someone was so funny to me because they're like, you know, miss, technically if you say silencio to us in some countries, that's like a curse or offensive. And I was like, okay, well, are you offended if I tell you silencio? And they're like, no. I'm like, then silencio. Por favor.
I was waiting for the por favor, man.
And like the one guy giggled. He's like, and I'm like, yeah, okay, there we go. We're good. We're good.
It's like, you understand. Good.
Yeah. One student was funny though. Like they caught on to Tonto. So you gotta be careful, Tonto, because like you call yourself Tonto, it's like really derogatory. It's calling yourself like so fucking stupid. Like soy tonto is like I'm so fucking dumb. In
Like,
Spanish.
like the R word. Is it like in
No,
the
no, no, no,
same
no, no,
realm
no,
as the
no,
R
no,
word?
no,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no,
okay,
no.
okay, okay.
Like tonto literally means dumb, like or stupid. But like if
Okay.
you call yourself that, that's like really bad. Like it's just you're so degrade, like self-deprecation
Self-degradation.
almost.
Yeah.
And like in the book that we're reading, this character keeps calling himself like soy tonto, and like the one student's
Oh.
just like, why is he so hard on himself? He's in a new country trying his best. I was like, yeah, right?
Good call. Good call.
Great point. Why do you think he's being hard on himself? Well, back in chapter 1 when he was being annoying, I'm like, oh, okay. Yes, he was annoying in chapter 1. Again, why was he annoying in chapter 1? Because he kept saying how perfect his life was. Era mi vida perfecta. Mi novia perfecta. Estudiante perfecta. I was
They
like,
really
yeah.
caught on with some of the phrases, didn't they?
I mean, in that chapter, I swear, if you want a real good drinking game, read Noches Misteriosas in Granada and count how many times this main character calls himself perfect.
Oh, Jesus.
Chapter 1
Muy
alone, you'd be
perfecto.
drunk.
Why did I roll that?
Oh, no, that was great, though. Yeah, so like it was funny, just like yeah, because he kept saying how his life was so perfect in the United States, and then he goes to Spain and everything's hard. And I was like, well, yeah, right. Like, if you expect your perfect life to carry on with you in the new country, then yeah, it's gonna be hard when it's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, is that why he's calling himself dumb? Because he's not like adjusting well. I'm like, there you go, you got it.
Hey, context clues
Yeah.
there, dude.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, he's struggling. He's living with a family he didn't want to live. He had a dream family he wanted to stay with
Sherwin Salungguhit
in
Jr.
Spain,
is
and
now
he got the
following.
complete opposite. He's living with a
Thank
lonely
you,
old
Sean, for
woman.
the follow.
Thank you. And I'm like, yeah, he's living with, what kind of family is he living with? Yeah, with just a crazy old lady and with a crazy bird man. I'm like,
That sounds like
yeah.
a really good story, not gonna lie.
It's
Sounds like it's cringing.
oh no, it's getting good. We're in
Oh.
we're in Capítulo 6, chapter 6. Wow. uh,
Nailed it.
Nailed it. We're in chapter 6, and like something big goes down. Like he lives with this old lady named Maria Jesus, and she lets a university student stay with her. And like it's because like she's lonely and she gets confused. She's getting to that point where she probably has dementia or Alzheimer's a little bit. And so he helps her out, and then it's a place for him to stay while he goes to university. And he's got this falcon, and he uses the falcon to hunt for like rabbit and wild game so that they can make meals and things. Which again, so funny. One of my students says that her favorite scene so far in the book still is to the day where he eats paella from like Maria Jesus, and finds out that the meat used in the paella is rabbit and not like beef or pork or shrimp or anything like that, and like he freaks out. And I was like, it's a great scene.
It's
My
not.
favorite.
It's not usual meat. What the fuck?
Literally. And it's so funny because like later on in the book, like this one student is so all about the food right now. I love her. And she's just like, wait, miss, like it says here like the main character, like Kevin, doesn't know what he's eating. He doesn't even know where the food is coming from. What kind of person doesn't take the time to learn about the culture and the food there? If you want to know what your food is, if you want to know where you get it, why doesn't he ask?
Oh my god!
And I was like,
based.
thank you. I agree. Me acuerdo. I agree. Absolutely. He needs to start talking to like Maria Jesus and like Alfonso and ask questions about the culture.
That's
Then maybe he won't struggle as much. This was great. I'm connecting with students on some kind of weird levels at this point. It's like the drama between like Kevin and Alfonso and the Falcon.
Not
This one
gonna,
student, the food and the culture. I love
not
it.
gonna lie. That sounds like a good plot for a Disney movie, like the Disney Channel
It
movies.
gets better. Alfonso. So in the book, this Alfonso character, this university student,
Hmm.
um, he goes out at night every night, and like this main character, Kevin's just like, I wonder where he's going. Like he's always going out at night with his falcon. Maybe is this when he does the hunting for the animals, or where's he
Hmm.
going? And the one night, like Kevin's like, I can't sleep because I was up late reading the book, and like I heard Alfonso leave, so I decided to follow him. I'm like, oh god, okay, here we go.
Here we go again.
Um,
Adventures with him.
you hate the man, but all right, we're gonna follow the
Let's
man
see
you
how this
hate
works.
to a random place in Granada. Great. And yeah, he goes to this little like house, and there's flamenco. It's like a flamenco performance. So there's
Ooh.
like a flamenco singer, dancer, and like someone playing guitar with. And so one of the other characters, Soraya, is there, and Kevin likes Soraya, but Soraya's really close to Alfonso. Love triangle. Yeah, Disney movie. Um,
Truly a Disney Channel movie. Let's go.
And like Alfonso brings the bird with him into his to his like little flamenco house dance party basically, and like Kevin's just like, wow, era raro, era muy raro. Like he's very strange, he's strange. He's very strange. To bring a bird into like a dance place. So he's like outside the window watching in, and Alfonso catches him, and like for some reason Alfonso has like they describe it as his eyes going like black with anger that Kevin's there.
Oh.
And so they're staring at each other, and Kevin, like, if you ever had someone stare at you that angrily before, sometimes you
Right.
just freeze, right? Like, you're just like,
Like, oh, what
what?
the fuck did I do?
I'm scared, but I can't move, kind of thing. And then the
Right.
Falcon flies off Alfonso's arm and attacks him at the window.
What?
And for some reason, he's got like really bad head pain during all this, and like it's weird. And he's like thinking, like, wow, is it Alfonso giving me the head pain by looking at me, or is it the bird? I don't know. And then he swears he hears Alfonso say this out loud. He's not sure if this was real or in his mind, but it sounded like it was real, to him at least. Oh my lord, Daryl.
I took the third just a little bit too fast.
Mm-hmm. You're dead.
Woo!
Your
I'm
man
dead.
would be dead.
It's okay, I'm seatbelted. Well, not now,
Mm.
but I.
I was gonna say, if you had glass on the back end of that, holy shit.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, anyway, so like then like he swears he hears Alfonso say, Te voy a matar, which means I'm going to kill you. But he's not sure if that he just heard it in his imagination or if it's real. Like he doesn't know, like he's so confused in that moment. And then the pain gets so bad that he passes out.
Oh.
And so this chapter ends with him somehow waking up back at Maria Jesus' house, like his place that he's staying at, with blood on his face, blood in his hands, and blood on the street. And he's just like, how did I get back here? Last time I checked, I was outside the house with the flamenco dancer and singer. How did I get here? I don't know. I'm very confused, but I'm exhausted. I'm going to go to bed.
Right.
And then, yeah, in the next chapter, like, the kids don't know this yet, but, like, that's where we fucking ended it with this week. So we have to wait 5 days until we get back into it.
I hope
Unless
that-
they're smart kids and read ahead. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But,
Let's see how much
yeah.
they would actually talk about. Oh my god, I wanted to know how the story goes. Holy shit.
Right? Yeah. Like, so, like, basically the whole premise is, like, Kevin and Dylan are the two, like, main characters. Kevin's the main character. He's, like, that perfect student. Like, perfect guy. Like, he is student class president in high school. He is a tennis player with lots of trophies and awards. He is very popular, very good student, studious, doesn't get grades below A's. Like, he's that kind of, like, super
Perfect.
student.
Right.
Yeah. Had this great girlfriend, and they, like, did all these, like, sweet things. By the way, Daryl, we're getting old. You know
I think
why?
you told me before, but you need to tell the stream about this.
Alright, stream. I had to explain to my kids what an iPod was.
My god. We are old.
And I don't know what an iPod was. They didn't even know why it was such a big deal as well that, like, Kevin's girlfriend changed her Facebook relationship status from
Yes.
in a relationship to single.
Oh my god.
They didn't know why that was a big deal. And I was like, really?
So gossipy.
Realmente? Really? I was shocked. So then I had to explain that to them, and they're like, "Oh, so it's like someone changing their bio on Instagram or on TikTok." And I was like, "What? Do people really creep on each other's bios that much nowadays?" And apparently, that
Apparently
was
they do.
something I should not have asked my kids, because they're like, "Well, yeah, don't you?" And I'm like, "No, I like scroll through my feeds, and that's all I care about. I go to people's profiles when I want to go retweet their stuff. That's it.
Right.
I don't read their bios. I just go scroll and like find, like, for example, my good friend Kayla, Crimson Bones, go follow her. I will go and see if she's posted any new art recently, and like go scroll through her Twitter just to go retweet it. I don't read her bio because I know
Who
her.
finds the time to read a bio?
What?
I mean, to be fair, who finds the time to read a status? Oh, no. Status is very easy because it posts just like a post.
That's the funny thing. In this book, every chapter ends with Kevin making a Facebook status.
Oh.
And they're like, really?
What's
Like,
Facebook status?
he has to make a status that much, like, every day? And I'm like, Trust me, guys. Facebook used to be like the Twitter nowadays. Literally. Everyone was always on Facebook. Commenting on the stupidest things.
And this is why both of us will cringe on our early days of Facebook.
Yeah, and why I'm cringing reading this goddamn book.
That's like relatable. Ew.
Yeah, like, I'm like, oh man, Kevin, really? That's gonna be your
It's a
status
book
from this
meant
chapter?
for your. It's a book meant for our age.
Oh yeah. Because there was this one status that was so funny, because like it was the first day of university classes, because Kevin and Dylan are there to go to school for the summer in Spain, and like it was the first day of classes where it's just like Kevin Fowler. Oh, you know what? I have the books because I brought them with me to read this weekend. Let me go find those really cringy status.
Hey, and at the same time, I'm gonna go pee when I drop this thing off.
Fair enough. I'll go read Spanish to your audience.
Yes. I will mute just so you guys can't think, but I can listen to it because I have my headphones on. I fucked up my parking, guys.
Wow. Good job.
Okay.
Noches misteriosas en Granada.
I will mute myself. I pray to God to do this correctly. I mute myself because I have one cool update, guys. I got a stream deck.
He's so cool now.
I feel so cool now. I could finally do all the things. So I'm gonna mute myself. I'll just leave this screen on. So
you know what? I found the status already, so I'm gonna go through and read all the Facebook statuses because they're great.
Okay, do it. I'm gonna listen to it as I tinkle.
Okay. All right. So first Facebook status. Here we go. Estado. Kevin Fowler tiene una vida perfecta. Se gradúa y se va para España en 2 días. See, already in a Facebook status, he has to tell everybody he's perfect. Anyway, that's just me. Literally, okay, you know what? We're going to do this instead while he's gone. We're going to count how many times he says he's perfect. Alright, here we go. Let's see here. Estaba contento porque era el día de su graduación. Celebrar, yeah. Kevin iba a ir a España. Going through hits, sus papeles estaban en orden. Todo estaba perfecto. 1. Ready? Su dormitorio era perfecto y su ropa era perfecta. 3! We're at 3 already, and that's within 1 paragraph. En las clases, Kevin era perfecto. Era obvio que Evan era un chico perfecto. 1 paragraph, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 paragraph. 5 perfectos. He calls himself perfect 5 times in 1 paragraph. Okay, carry on. That's 5. We're at 5. Wait. Did we have perfect on the first page? I don't remember. No, we didn't. Okay. 5 on the first 1 page here. Okay. Era una MacBook perfecta. So he's a perfect MacBook. That's 6. 6 perfects. There you go. Then his Facebook status. Kevin Fowler tiene una vida perfecta. Se gradúa y se va para... Oh, I said that wrong. I combined va and para. Whoops. Se va para España en 2 días. 7 perfectas. We're at 7. 7. Okay. And then it talks about his parents being divorced. Here we go. Kevin tenía una relación perfecta con su padrastro. So he has a perfect relationship with his stepfather. That's 8 perfects. We're at 8, and that's on 1 page in this book. 8 perfects in 1 page.
Heard that all while taking the tinkle.
1 page in chapter 1. This is chapter 1.
And he is so perfect.
Oh, it gets better. Okay, that was 8, right?
Right.
We're at... Y tenía una relación perfecta con su padre. So he also has a perfect relationship with his father. 9. 9. 9. We're at 10 now because, según la opinión de sus profesores, era perfecto. So according to the opinion of his professors, Kevin is perfect. So 10. We're 10. 10. Tanya era la chica perfecta. 11. Tanya y Kevin tenían una relación perfecta. 12. We're doing this, guys. See, you would get drunk, right? We're at 12 perfects, and within 2 pages. We'd be done. Oh yeah, to talk about homecoming here too. Are you ready for this?
Oh no, I'm scared.
En octubre fue con Tanya al baile con Homecoming y ellos dos fueron el rey y la reina de Homecoming. They're the king and queen of Homecoming.
Sheesh.
Oh
This
yeah,
is such
here
a
we
freaking
go.
Disney movie though.
Yeah, para Navidad, Kevin le dio un iPod a Tanya con toda la música que le gustaba. So he gave her an iPod with all of her favorite music.
That is such a
Christmas.
millennial thing, man.
Yeah, and then like for Valentine's Day, he gave Tanya roses and Tanya gave him chocolates.
Wow.
In April, they went to the prom in a limo, and according to them, they were the hottest people at the dance. There's the 13th. Perfect. Great.
Perfect
Kevin
13.
Kevin estaba contento con su vida perfecta. That's 13. I know there's more. Oh, here's the big drama. Ella modificó su situación sentimental a soltera. Okay, sorry. There's like the whole thing, like she changed her Facebook status to single, soltera, como que soltera. Okay, that's literally in the book. Los Angeles.
That's just too much.
Oh, here we go. Kevin y Tanya y Kevin, perfectos. So 14
Sheesh.
perfects right there. 14. 15, because he also says here, Kevin likes perfection. No, you don't say, huh? With 14 perfects in this book.
You don't say, bitch. I mean, bitch, you know. He's a bitch.
And then he talks about his friend Dylan, and he's like, Dylan doesn't have a perfect life, and he's not perfect either. Like, wow.
I don't know why I went non muy perfecto. Help?
No, Dylan no era perfecto. La vida de Dylan era muy diferente. Dylan no era perfecto en la escuela como Kevin, so he's not perfect at school like him. So that would be, we're at 16 perfects now because of that.
Sheesh.
16 perfects. So we're 17 now. Oh yeah, he calls Kevin's clothes ugly. What the fuck?
Truly a Disney movie.
And Dylan's his best friend.
Your clothes are ugly.
Oh yeah, here's the other Facebook status in this chapter. Kevin Feller va a España en 2 días. He's going to Spain in 2 days. So yeah, one chapter, guys, 17 perfects.
Sheesh, that's a lot. That's too many.
And one chapter, like, yo.
I'm so perfect. At least it's not there. At least it's go like, I'm popular.
So then, yeah, his next Facebook status in chapter 2, Estado. Kevin Fowler vive con una vieja confundida y... oops, no. Oh my god. You know what? Let me change my light. There we go. I was like, am I reading? No, it's dark in my room. Estado. Kevin Fowler vive con una vieja confundida, un muchacho raro y un halcón. Mi vida nueva no es ninguna fantasía. So he's like... Kevin lives with a old confused lady, a really weird man, and a falcon. My new life is not a fantasy. This is real.
And it's not perfect.
Oh, it doesn't say that yet. And then there's a whole chapter where he plays tennis with Alfonso, like his roommate. And he hates. Can you not drive through the streets of Europe like a maniac? Holy shit, if I would have saw that walking through that park, I would have been like, wow.
We the fuck woo.
And yeah, so then he plays with Alfonso, and he's like way more athletic than Kevin and better at tennis than Kevin and like outpaces him, and like it's a whole thing, but Alfonso's evil because, like, he's like, all right, Kevin, you know what? Your other friends are bowing out because they're tired. Oh, pobre chicos, poor boys. And, like, let's go one-on-one. And he serves the ball, like, Alfonso serves the ball, and instead of, like, hitting it on the court to, like, do a nice round of tennis with him, he, like, serves the ball and hits it so hard and aims it right in his face and hits him in the nose. Yeah, like, on purpose. And then just leaves the court, like, disappears, leaves him alone.
Lol, bye.
After laughing at him first. That's the kind of character Alfonso is. Very weird.
Not gonna lie, he sounds like a badass.
He's weird.
Or
And then,
jerk-ass.
yes, after that tennis match, Facebook status, Kevin Fowler vive con un tenista loco. Kevin Fowler lives with a crazy tennis player. So yeah, literally, that's like all like 3 days.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
3 days?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and then also like, and then this next Facebook status in the next chapter, chapter 4. Here we go. Estado, Kevin Fowler, hoy casi se murió porque es muy tonto. He called me so stupid. Pero está contento porque hoy hablo con una chica fantástica. So his whole
Something
thing's like,
fantastic, but what?
so he's like, today I almost died because I'm very stupid, but I'm also very happy because I got to talk with a fantastic girl.
Ooh.
So that's a Facebook status. Is this getting cringy for you yet?
Yeah, it's very cringy. It's very,
Yeah.
it's very mid-20s. It's very late 2000s, early 2010s posting.
Oh yeah. And then one here is like, this one got me as the most cringiest one to me, to be honest, because like it completely. Let me just do this. Kevin Fowler no se durmió en la clase como Dylan, pero no comprendió nada. So he's like, Kevin Fowler doesn't sleep in class like Dylan, but I also don't understand anything.
Huh?
Okay, let me explain the context of this chapter.
Yeah, you just like provide some context. It's like I'm more of like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, so basically Kevin, Dylan, Alfonso, and Soraya all have the same Spanish literature class together. And the class is taught in Spanish, of course, because it's in Granada. So Kevin is struggling because he's not picking up the Spanish very well because the Spanish of the teacher is different than his Spanish teacher in the United States.
Oh yeah.
So he's not like following along. So he's confused. So that's why he's like, I'm not understanding anything. Dylan remember, he's not the perfect student. No era estudiante perfecto. So he fell asleep in class. He sleeps in class. So he falls asleep in class, whereas Alfonso and Soraya are answering all the questions, they're writing notes, they're following along, they're focused, they're attentive. Kevin's just like, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And so like this Facebook status is like, yeah, I don't sleep in class like Dylan does, but I also don't understand anything.
I don't get it. Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Rip.
And then the chapter I went into a lot of detail on about like Alfonso glaring at him and like causing head pain, and then the Falcon attacks him, and then he wakes up outside of his house even though he wasn't there before. The Facebook status he posts there is like, Kevin Fowler piensa que está en una película de terror. So Kevin Fowler thinks that he's living in a horror movie.
Nah, it sounds like a fucking Disney Channel movie. I'm sorry. A very like also like great for adults too, but very Disney Channel-esque.
One student's just like, what are we reading? A telenovela?
A Disney Channel telenovela. Yeah, a Disney Channel telenovela. Oh, I regret saying that now. But it sounds like the plot sounds so Disney. Like okay, not like the true like Disney films and everything. Those are good. The B-rated Disney Channel movies, like Disney Channel themes.
It gets better. Like, do you want to know about the plot of the second book?
Oh no.
Yeah. All right.
Obviously, they won't get to it right, but.
Well, no. So, like, 2 of my classes are doing the Noches Misteriosas book in Granada, and then one class is doing another book based in Mexico called La Llorona.
Oh.
It's called La Llorona de Mazatlan. So it's basically Mazatlan, Mexico. But here we go. Are you ready?
Go.
Oh, look at you yawning. Lainey Morales. Oh, I'll just read the back of the book. Okay. Lainey Morales dreams of playing soccer in Mazatlan, Mexico. Soon turns into a nightmare as she discovers that the spine-chilling legends of old may actually be modern mysteries. Friendless and frightened, Lainey must endure the eerie cries in the night alone. Why does no one else seem to hear or see the weeping woman in the long white dress? Lainey must stop the dreadful visits, even if it means confessing her poor choices and coming face to face with La Llorona.
Now that is a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, buddy, wait. Lainey Morales lives in, where does he live? Norman, Oklahoma? Yeah.
Holy shit! That can't be. Nah.
That's okay, the Kevin Fowler and Dylan are from Michigan.
Oh, that's even worse. Oklahoma or Michigan. Fucking Midwest. No shame for those who live there. It's just very stereotypical, I'm gonna say. Like,
Small town girl.
small town girl, small town boy, living their wildest dreams.
Living in a lonely world. Well, literally. But anyway, so Lady Morales, she's like a teenage girl. She works at an ice cream store, goes to school, and is on her school soccer team. And she's one of the best on her soccer team with her best friend Jessica.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And she hates working at Brahms. I love the Spanish audio track because it's like Brahms.
Oh my god, they actually reference a proper ice cream shop. I've heard of Brahms before. It is a chain.
Oh yeah,
Brahms. A chain in the Midwest. Is this the one from Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this makes so much sense. Oh my god, because I've traveled through Oklahoma. I've seen those ice cream shops.
I love this sentence so much because it's like Lainey sabía que era hermosa, pero no se sentía hermosa en este momento. Llevaba el ridículo uniforme de la diario Brahms. Tenía el aro en las manos, en la ropa y en el pelo. So she's like, Lainey thinks that she's quite beautiful, but not in this moment. Right now, she's wearing a ridiculous ice cream uniform, has ice cream in her hands, on her clothes, and in her hair. Se sentía completamente fea. She feels very ugly in this moment. This like the book sets up with like her working, and then like her best friend Jessica comes in, and we find out that like they both recorded an audition tape to go to a summer soccer camp in Mazatlan, Mexico together. Ooh. So they did like an audition video, sent in the applications, and went in, right? And poor Jessica, you find out right away in chapter 1 that she didn't make it in. So Lainey's already like, well, if she didn't make it in, then I probably didn't make it in. I was like, I'm gonna be stuck in Nelson, Oklahoma forever.
When suddenly?
Well, she goes home, and then there's a whole dramatic scene at her house because she lives with her dad, and it's only her and her dad. And her dad is angry when she gets home because he's looking at a letter on the table, and he's just like, how come you never told me you auditioned for the soccer camp in Mexico? And she's like, wait, did I get in? And he's like, that's not the point, Lainey. You were not going because you didn't tell me, and we don't have the extra money to do this. And at least the whole big fight, but like, Dad, I've been working at like Brahms for for months and months and months to save up for this trip, and I'm almost there. I probably will be saved up for the trip soon enough. Dad, I made it, right? Can I go?
No.
Plus all this stuff, and like, then she actually plays those heartstrings because apparently her dad's from Mexico and his family.
Oh.
So she does this whole thing, but like, yo sé, Pablo, pero no todo México es drogas y violencia. Es un país hermoso. Es tu país. So she's like, but I know, Dad, but not all of Mexico has drugs and violence. It's a beautiful country. It's your country.
Aww.
And then he goes and finds like a contact or a piece of paper with contact information for his aunt, so her great aunt. And like if she has any emergency, she can call her.
Aww.
And then she's like, wait a minute.
Why'd you give me hold on, you gave me this. Does that mean?
She's like, wait a minute, you gave me this. She's like, suddenly Lainey realizes that her dad had given her permission. She's like, oh,
it's so cliche. Oh my god.
Será fantástico, gracias. Yeah, and then Lainey hugs her dad again and like runs to her room to plan and think. So yeah, she gets to
It's
go on this
so cliche. I
adventure,
love it.
and then this lucky kid. Sorry, like you can tell I'm bitter because like she gets to travel, right? And we get to hear her journey. So she goes from like Oklahoma to like Atlanta, Georgia for a layover.
Uh-huh.
And when she gets to Atlanta at her layover, she sees another boy wearing a soccer jersey and strikes up a conversation with him. Finds out that he's going to the exact same camp as her. Oh my
Oh.
god. And then they fly to Guadalajara. And when they get to there, they have to run to the bus station because, like, oh my god, they land at like 4:50 or something like that in the afternoon, and they have to catch the bus at 5:05. I'm like, y'all, who planned?
Y'all kids.
So they had to run through the airport to get to the bus station, and they meet another girl who, by chance, is going to the same soccer club.
Wow.
Lainey gets to meet with two new friends, within like not even one day of being in Mexico.
Dang, look at her.
Yeah, it's kind of cute though, because they do get to do some like tourism stuff, like in Mazatlan. So like, they get to go like wandering and like see the and like oh my god, they're staying in a cabana on the beach.
Ooh.
Fucking right?
Freaking cabana. Cabana, right? I think it's
Yeah, cabana.
cabana.
Like right on the beach. And of course, as fate would have it, as like every Disney Channel movie ever, her and her friend Desi, the one she met at the airport in Guadalajara, are in the same cabin.
Oh my god, they're gonna be gossiping and
They're gonna be
talking.
best friends, but
They're
it
gonna
gets
be
worse.
BFFs.
It gets
Is there
better.
gonna be a love triangle?
Mm-hmm. It's actually cute though, because they go through and do some like exploring in Mazatlan. There's like a big famous lighthouse there, really big market, and I got to actually provide some of this context to the kiddos. Like there's like a PowerPoint on the resources CD.
Oh, that's cool.
But like Mazatlan and like what's important, what's like big there. But Lainey was playing ping pong with Jake, her friend from Atlanta. When she notices a very good-looking boy in the corner and
Oh no.
ask Jake, like, ¿Quién es él? Like, who is that? Mira al chico moreno con la camiseta azul y rojo. Muy guapo. ¿Lo conoces? Like, look at the boy,
Holy fuck.
look at the boy with the brown hair and the blue shirt. He's handsome. Like, you know him? And, and Jake's like, yeah, I know him. His name is Luis Hernandez. His dad owns the camp here, owns the soccer camp
What
here
the
in Mexico.
fuck?
So Senor
Oh shit,
Hernandez
he's big.
makes all-
He's hotshot, huh?
he's hotshot and hot, like muy guapísimo.
Going for the big words. I
Yeah,
can't. This is so Disney.
guapísimo.
This is
And
like,
then, like-
if Disney Latinos decide to fucking do movies and they use these books.
And then like
They should, but
So yeah, he explains that like he's a very rich boy based on like his dad and like that kind of thing. And then like she's like, Pero, ¿qué piensas de Luis? ¿Tú practicas con él, no? And so she's like, what do you think of Louis? Like you practice with him, yeah? And he's like, yeah, es un jugador bueno, pero nada extraordinario.
oh my god,
He's like a good soccer player, but not that
the
extraordinary.
best, not the greatest. It's not like
Not
the
the
best.
greatest. It's like
oh my
me.
god.
But like he's always been put on the first team because you know how soccer's have like first team, second team, and then like the rest, right? He's always been on the first team because his father's the owner of the camp. I think he's a bit arrogant.
Sign.
And I was like, oh, Jake jealous. A lot of the kids were like, oh, Jake celoso. I'm like, yes, guys, very well done. Jake estaba muy celoso en este momento. But then they go back to playing ping pong afterwards because he's like, can we not talk about another man? I want to play ping pong.
Oh my
Like, just
god.
Jake. And she's like, yeah. And they play it, but Lainey can't concentrate on the game. She is looking at Louis, and the boy is very guapo. I have to use the guapo. Muy guapo.
Muy guapo.
And she's like, he doesn't seem arrogant. Like Lainey loves his, like, thinks that his eyes are beautiful. But then suddenly Louis notices Lainey looking at him and smiles at her. And Lainey plays with her hair and looks back and
What the?
smiles. And then he smiles back at her.
So this is really a teen book, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Like there's
It's not
like
gonna get to the whole bang thing. No, no, no. Like bang, bang.
No, I know. No, but like at
Uh-huh.
the same time, it's like the wordage.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
vocabulary is very simple. Like at least, which just like I
It
think
is. Even for the Spanish, like it's pretty easy to follow. There are some things that are
Mhm.
like, miss, what's that? Like, what's orgulloso? I think that's, yeah, orgulloso. There it is. There's the word in the book. And I was like, oh, that means pride. Like, her father's proud of her. And they're like, oh, we don't like that word. It's weird. I'm like, yeah, or there's some weird ones in Spanish. So every once in a while I have to help them out. For the most part, they're following along quite well.
Right.
And then like, so she goes into her best friend Desi, and Liz just like, Desi, um, what do you think of Louis? And
Oh
then
my
finds
God.
out that her best friend Desi, who went to the camp last year, dated Louis, and they broke up
Oh shit.
because apparently he's a player, he's rude, and was completely mean to her all summer. So they broke up.
Yikes.
And he's not a good person, so don't fall for him. And then like Lainey's just like, no, like I'm old enough now to make my own decisions about men, so I'm gonna do what I want. But like, can we still be friends? And Desi's like, yeah,
Oh.
I guess we could be friends. But then they're getting
Oh
mad at each
my
other.
God.
And then yeah.
Cringy.
Yeah. And then it leads to this whole like she goes out angry and like snots out of the cabana at night and walks on the beach for a bit to cool down. And guess which romantic muy guapo chico is there? Louis. And so they have like a little heart to heart, and he seems like such a sweet boy. Like, how can Desi be so wrong? Yeah, we saw that.
And that's
And that's where we're at right now.
that's such a teenage book. Oh
Oh,
my
and at least the
God.
soccer auditions the next day, so it gets even more Disney Channel. Are you ready for this?
Oh no.
So the audition, and Desi has a great audition. Like her practice, like her run through for the audition, great. Like she did really, really well and scored the goal. Lainey got distracted by looking at Louis, the very hot boy on the other team, and like fucking did well. Like she went through the drill okay, but then got hit in the nose from the ball because she was looking at Louis. And like Desi runs over going, oh no, like Lainey, are you okay? Oh, that doesn't look so good. And Lainey's just like, I blew it. I ruined my audition, and like ran to her cabin.
Sheesh.
And like all emotional, like I blew it. I'm not gonna get on the manta race team. I need to get on the manta race. And like Desi's like, it's not that bad. You'll be fine. You'll get on the team. We'll both get on the team. It'll be great. Cue the next morning. Guess what happened?
Didn't.
No. Lainey got on the manta race, but Desi didn't.
Oh my God.
The one with the better audition than Lainey.
Gee, I
But the
wonder what
plot
happened.
twist thickens because Lainey finds out later that Louis spoke to his dad to make sure Lainey got on the manta race.
Jeez. Spicy.
Oh, spicy noodle. But then, well, there's also like the mysticism thing, because like it wouldn't be like more drama and more like interesting if there wasn't some mysticism. La Llorona is like a legend in like this part of Mexico, basically about like a crying weeping woman. I don't remember the full legend of it right now. I'm going to be studying that basically with a break, because we're going to go into the legend next week. But yeah, Lainey hears like a crying woman, and she's the only one that can hear it. Desi doesn't hear it. Like her roommate doesn't hear it. Only she hears it, and she goes out to find someone, like find the person who's crying. Can't find them. But later in the book, as you heard from the back of the book, she actually sees the white crying woman, and like it's this whole thing. So yeah, yeah,
Man.
it's crazy.
The teacher really did choose some pretty good books.
Oh well.
Well,
Not gonna lie, the first few
dated just a
chapters
wee
were
bit, but
well, to be fair, the first few chapters are quite cringy, like small town girl working her ass off in
Like
an ice cream
Disney
shop to go to a
Channel-esque.
soccer channel.
very
Soccer-
Disney Channel-esque.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to be fair, it's something that I hopefully, from the sounds of it, selling towards these kids.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are like, well, it's better than some of the boring English classics we're reading. I'm like,
Yeah. Well,
I'm like what? Like which books, guys? And they're like, yeah, like To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm like, okay, don't, don't you dare.
don't you dare.
And like, but Miss, you're a Spanish teacher. Like, why are you so offended? I'm like, English
I'm
is
an
my
English major.
major. I'm an English teacher too. And they're like,
Oh.
wait, so you like this crap? I'm like, mm-hmm. Yeah, me gusta mucho este crap, as you put it. And they're like,
Este crap, as you put it. Oh my god. Oh my
oh,
god.
they died. And they're like, wait, are you one of those like English teachers that like Shakespeare then? I'm like, yeah, me gusta Shakespeare. Man, get to Hamlet. And they're like, you liked Hamlet? I'm like, okay, guys. I can judge you for some of the things you like TikTok, really? And they're like, Miss, you're not on TikTok? Why? Get on it. I'm like, no.
No, I use Twitter for reasons.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Insta. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Tumblr. I'm good.
I'm a millennial. I am not a Zoomer. Like, come on now.
Yeah, right.
You guys are disgusting.
But they're like, there's really funny things on TikTok. I'm like, oh, trust me, I know.
Oh,
People
trust
send
you. We
me-
know. It's on Twitter.
People post them on Twitter. They post them in their Facebook reels. They post them on their Instagram reels. I see it all. I don't need TikTok if it's gonna be posted on these things.
Right. It's a bit delayed, but it'll be posted.
Yeah. And they're just like, you're gonna get like it instantly though. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Nah.
I'm perfectly fine, honestly.
Twitter's just as instant, I swear. Ish.
Yeah. So those are the books I'm doing with the kids. It's really, they're both interesting. Because I've been slowly reading ahead, and like, oh my god, the whole Alfonso like Te voy a matar is
Cringy.
real and creepy. It gets creepy because like literally Noches Misteriosas in Granada means like the like mystery night, like mysterious nights in Granada. So things get like kind of creepy, and there's like one part earlier in the book too where like Kevin finds a book about the La Umbra. Yeah, I went to the La Umbra in Granada. And it's like this author from the States. Maybe you know of him, because apparently fucking Kevin Fowler knew him. Washington Irving?
Ooh, that name is familiar.
Okay, Americans.
I wonder
And so
what works he did then. That name's familiar.
you know what? Everybody will know this as soon as I say he wrote Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow.
Ah, got it.
But he also wrote Las Cuentas de la Alhambra. So he wrote like stories of the Alhambra in Granada. So he picks up that book because he thinks it's going to help him with class. Because right now in class he's learning about the history of the Alhambra. And so he picks up on the stories. You can tell it's definitely like one of those like wives' tales kind of thing. Where it's like these this king married a prisoner because she was the most beautiful woman in the world. And so the wife decided, or the lady, the prisoner decided to like marry him because she's like, what would I rather be, a servant or a queen? And it was like queen. And she gave birth to 3 daughters of triplets. But unfortunately, because of that time period, the mother died. So just the father raising the kiddos. I don't even know why kiddos raising his daughters. And he's basically one of those like superstitious guys. So he like consults his astrology kind of stuff, and it was predicted to him that like he will have $3 daughters.
$3. Yeah, $3.
It would be nice to have $3 right now. Let's be real. But so that was predicted. Like he'll have 3 kids. If he marries the most beautiful lady he sees. So he marries the most beautiful lady he sees and has 3 daughters. So then now that he's got these 3 daughters on his own, he consults his astrology again and says like these 3 ladies must be protected at all costs and not talk to strange men because they will be forever taken from you if they do.
Interesting.
Meaning, they're going to marry off and run away from you.
Okay. Fuck. Wow, that escalated quickly.
Basically, yeah. So then, he keeps them under lock and key their whole lives. They turn 16 and they go down to Granada because there's Rain managed to capture the land down in Granada. So they go down to Granada and build a La Alhambra. And apparently La Alhambra was only built for these three princesses so they can stay there for the rest of their lives with beautiful gardens and being very well taken care of by a couple servants, and they'll be set up for life.
And will stay
But
forever virgin.
stay forever virgins and never marry and never leave him ever, 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 ever.
Sheesh.
But oddly enough, under his watch, there happens to be three triplets, and they're all soldiers. And so he hires them and tells the servants and the other staff of the Lombro they must work in the gardens away from my daughters. Do not let my daughters talk to these boys. One of the old servant ladies felt bad for the princesses because they're lonely and they don't get to go out much because they're always under lock and key. So has agreed to have the boys work in the gardens outside their window and play music for them so that they're not so alone. Yeah. So for a few nights in a row that happens, and then they get the bad news. Why am I going into this right now? I'm guys, Spanish fucking literature. I don't even know.
It's a whole different league to English literature.
Oh hell yeah. So then like suddenly the boys are not there
Very
anymore.
romantic.
Yeah, suddenly the boys are not there anymore, and like the princesses go to like the old lady or like their old servant lady and go like, "Where are the boys?" And she's like, "Oh, so sorry, ladies. Like they're being." Oh boy. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't. Okay.
Board when I hit the thing, it I went kind of out, and I accidentally unplugged my USB hub off the monitor. No, I'm unmuted. I'm just now fixing it right now. Okay. We are getting there. It's just now I need to fix my webcam. So that's like one thing I got going. Now I should be able. Okay, I think I sound a little bit clearer now, don't I?
Now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, can you talk again?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, I know what
Or
I did. Hold on.
sorry, what did I do?
I need to fix everything. Again? Okay.
Holy fuck. This like Oilers Calgary like playoffs is insane.
Is it going crazy?
They are 2 games in and have scored
Nothing?
20. Wait, no, math. 15 plus 8.
Huh?
So between the two teams, they have scored 23 goals
What the
in 2 games. Yeah, the first game, Calgary destroyed the Oilers 9-6,
Damn.
and then Oilers tonight won 5-3.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is a battle of Alberta for the ages right now.
That they've been looking for a while. Why did you fall?
That's
damn it.
wild to
Everything
me.
is falling off my place.
Hi, y'all. Spam's a mess.
Yeah, oh. That broke. That really broke.
And I just want to talk about the Tres Princesas. Oh, I even fucked up the Spanish right now. The Tres Princesas.
The three princesses?
Mm-hmm. Las Tres Princesas.
Apparently my mouth broke.
Oh boy.
I don't know how it broke, but it broke. Like,
Yeah, everything's really messed up right now. Holy shit.
ever since the one crash, everything broke.
Wow.
I'm on a roll tonight, guys. But you can continue on. I'll fix this shit.
Okay. So left off, so they went to the old lady servant going like, where are the boys? Like, we expected them to be there today, but they weren't. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Your father has like paid for them to go up back to wherever they were from, and like work for him directly now because their father, the boy's father, paid off their debt. And so now they can work for him and make money to send back to their father. You know, that whole medieval, like, oh yes, like my sons will be happy to work for you. Let me pay off their debt and like for their crime or whatever that they did. And like then they can work for you. I promise you they'll be good boys and like all that kind of trash. So then the princesses are like, well, what do we do? We don't want them to go without us. And so the three had agreed to like run, like kind of escape in the middle of the night with the three boys and go run away and live together. Two of the princesses do. The one doesn't. She had lost her nerve. And that's where the last like update I had from Kevin Fowler reading the book was like at that moment. I'm like, oh, I want to know more.
Oh my god.
So yeah, there's also like that little side like little plot in this like Noches Misteriosos book too about the
Right.
princesses. I'm like, I want to know more about the princesses.
So
Kevin,
something
read
tells me
more.
you're probably gonna read it too eventually.
Yeah, I want to see if the. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me. I wanted to look at this actually. Las Cuentas de la Alhambra.
That's probably it has to
Uh,
be. It has to be like Spanish folklore or something, huh?
Washington Irving.
Is it
Cuentos
like?
de la Alhambra.
Uh-huh.
There's a Wikipedia article of it. Let's see here. Oh god, I clicked on the website that's all Spanish. Here we go, y'all.
Nailed it.
Cuentos de la Alhambra, Tales of the Alhambra, El Deseo de Popular. Oh god. I don't want the history of this. Oh, spring of 1829, the author visited Spain and decided to go to Sevilla and Granada,
Oh.
accompanied by a friend, a member of the Russian embassy in Madrid. Okay. Can we
Damn.
not have like a whole America-Russia conspiracy theory here? But here we go. La casualidad nos habría reunido desde líneas muy distantes y las amenazas. I don't want to read Spanish right now. I was getting it, but also no. You can get it on Amazon? Really? Can
Oh
we?
no.
It's so cute. Cuentos de la Alhambra es una novela de Washington Irving escrita en... Well, let's see if I can do this. I'm really bad at years in Spanish, but let's see. 1829 año. Ah, there we go. Que se publicó con el título Conjunto de cuentos y bosquejos sobre moros y españoles en 1832. Es la original novela en una serie de naciones de cuentos con el libro de viajes. Oh, it's part of his diary. Cute. His travel diary.
Ooh.
El protagonista e hilo conductor es el propio autor Washington Irving, que tras su llegada a España inicia un recorrido de tierras andaluzas. Oh, cute. Que le llevan a Granada. Ahí queda extasiado por la de la Alhambra. Why can't you just say Palacio? All right. De Alhambra en durante su estancia conoce a varios personajes, entre los que hay que destacar al que se convierte en su criado, Mateo Jiménez, que le acompañaron y le daron noticias, sus cuentos y leyendas. Oh, okay, so it's like, well, oh, sorry, that was a lot of Spanish. My apologies, all. Basically, he spent a lot of time traveling Europe in this kind of time period. And he originally went to Spain to go look at or explore Andalusia. So that's like a state in Spain, basically,
Right.
or region of Spain. And then he went down to Granada. And in Granada, he wanted to see the Majesty, or like that's the closest. The majesty of the Alhambra himself, or the magic of it, whatever
Ooh.
of it. And he got to stay with a friend, and this Mateo Jimenez shared a lot of the stories and legends that circulated around the Alhambra
Dang.
over the years, back in the 1800s. Yeah. It's 1186 on
Something tells me you may get that book.
If I had a card that would let me buy anything on Amazon, yes.
Oh, that's true.
But I currently don't.
Right.
It's a free audiobook if I get a free Audible trial.
Listen to it. Be like, oh.
Play for my kiddos.
That's like, just like extra shit going on.
If I buy it right now, somehow, some way, which I can't, by the way, because I can't, I could get it to me on Monday.
Oh my god.
And it's the Spanish edition. Should be
Ooh.
perfect.
Just give it a nice good read.
It's 218 pages long. What?
Ooh,
What?
quite a deep book.
I want it. I want to read about the princesses, the dress princesses. I want to read about the princesses in La Alhambra. They're all. I want.
want it. I will see when I eventually get this truck all the way there because I'm running on a
Bookmarked
fucked
it.
truck
I'm
right
good.
now.
Good now. I bookmarked it.
You marked the book?
So yeah, I think I'm having fun with the novels. They're great, and there's been some really interesting little assignments and projects to go with both.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna laugh so hard at this one. I think I told you this already. No, maybe I haven't. I don't remember.
Trying to remember.
Oh god. For homework over the long weekend, my kiddos are making memes about chapter 6 of the
yeah.
Noches Misteriosas book, the Granada book.
Oh my
And
god.
I wanted to go check today to see if anyone turned them in. Or has turned anything in yet for me.
So that was like, this was like immediately thought by you, right? Just like, you know what? Why not?
Oh my god, there's some. Oh, that's so great. No, like, it's actually part of, like, so I didn't know this originally. I thought I had to read all these books and make all the materials myself.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was looking through the CDs. There's audio CD 1, so like 1 of 2, and then 2 of 2, right?
Right.
And then there's a third CD that I was like, what the fuck is this? And it's teacher resources.
Oh.
And so what I've been able to do is take all those resources for each chapter and make packages for the kids for each chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So some of these comes with like activities you can do. A lot of it is like reading comprehension questions, true or false, fill in the blanks, and some cultural context stuff. So it's really nice to actually like provide the kids with this, because a lot of them are like, what's flamenco? And I'm like, really?
To be fair, unless if they're cultured, really cultured, they wouldn't know.
Exactly. So I'm like, really? But that's fine. So then like I provide a lot of that context with them. And then some of them were like, what? Why would you eat a rabbit in my class? I'm like, guys, the rest of the world eats a lot of weird things. You know what, guys? Let me provide you with some information about some weird things people eat around the world. So then there's like an infographic in one of the chapters that talks about like, you know, eating fried tarantulas and worms and like all this other stuff. So other weird stuff. And then talk about really, really strong coffee in one of, I can't remember where from. But yeah, anyway, so it has all this stuff in it. So one of the activities you can do with the kids, so it always offers like an extension activity or like an activity to do in class. And so most of the activities have been like pre-reading questions or going through the PowerPoint slides that are offered, that kind of stuff. There's more activities in the La Llorona book than in the Noches Misteriosas one. But finally I hit chapter 6 when I was preparing it for it this week. And I was like, oh my god, yes, they are doing this over the weekend. I don't give a fuck, they're doing it. And what they have to do, because there's a falcon in the book, they need to make a falcon meme based on one of the scenes in the book, or in this chapter 6. So it's really great because like oh yeah, Oilers one, it's noisy out there. So yeah, share the memes with the students and have them create one of their own, either digitally or by hand drawing on the included paper in your class. Memes should reflect the events of chapter 6.
Memes should reflect. That is so. My god, I never thought teaching material would ever involve a meme.
It's so good. And so like some of the example ones, there's like a falcon looking at you like deadpan right in the face, like ¿Estás durmiendo en mi clase de español? Like, are you sleeping in my Spanish class? And then there's another one here. It's like, because I told you that Kevin, like, kind of stalked Alfonso to that flamenco house. So this one's like, cuando tu hermano americano te espía, and it's like, when your American brother spies on you. This
That's
one gets
good.
me so good because I told you he brings the falcon into like the place with the flamenco party.
Right.
And so this one's like, cuando tu halcón bailar flamenco mejor que tú. And it's like, when your falcon can dance or can flamenco dance better than you.
Oh my god. Oof. Called
That
out.
one got me. And then this one's funny too. It's like a picture of someone holding a bird. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
vuelo amigo mío, vuela y causa dolor. So it's like, fly, my friend, fly and cause pain.
Oh my god. So emo.
Yeah, and then there's this other one where it's like the bird's looking like all like sassy, and it's like, are you investigating me? I think not, Kevin.
This bird has fucking mind powers, I swear.
And so some of the memes some of my kiddos have gotten already, which has been fantastic.
Muy fantástico.
Uh, yeah, and like you know the sad blue alien from like I don't Megamind, I think maybe.
Yeah,
That
the
sad meme.
yeah.
This is someone put a picture of a Hulk, like a Falk, like a Halcon, a falcon's face over it with a sad look, and it's like no conejo, and like you're not a rabbit,
No rabbits.
no rabbit.
Oh my fucking god, I can't!
And this is one that I really want to show you later. It's so hard to describe it, but it's like so I told you Maria Jesus is like an older lady he lives with, right?
Yeah.
This student. I found a picture of a falcon with arms cooking. And like the caption on the top is how con y Maria Jesus equals.
Whew.
And it's so funny. It's so hard. Like if you can't see it, you don't know what I'm talking about. But I'll show you this one later.
Okay.
And then the other student. So this is just one class, by the way. I have 2 classes that are going to turn stuff in, which is
Right.
fantastic.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're having blasts. It's like, oh my god. Some of these people are like, it's my time to shine.
Yeah. And then like this one student's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong when you are afraid to invite a girl out to dancing? This is what happens."
Oof. Oh no.
And then this one's great too. It's like you know that like anime meme of the dude where it's like, "Is this something?"
Oh yeah, is this something? Yeah.
And yeah, so he put like, este al final," like, "Is this the end?"
Oh shit.
And it has a picture of a falcon instead of like the butterfly.
Oh, the bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Like I'm telling you straight up, this has been the best assignment I've ever done in my life.
I'm glad I'm glad that was an assignment.
Yeah, and then I got 5 more in my other class. 5? Damn. All right, y'all. You're doing great. Let's see.
It's like this is a good weekend project. Let's go. I got ideas. Oh no.
When you look at Veronzo and then your head starts to hurt. And the bird's face is so funny. When you try to bring your bird to a party. Oh my god, my student hand drew her meme.
Oh my god.
When you see someone stupid. Oh no. Oh Yasmin, did you draw yours as well? When you get up after a long night after being attacked from a falcon. Oh no, guys, I think I might die from this.
You may actually have some good kiddos who knows how to meme. Boss, this is my turn. Fuck you. No! I almost made it! Bitch!
Oh.
Oh, I broke my trick.
Siempre me siento como... Oh, wait. I want to make sure I'm translating this right. Because this is going to my... Just come here. Where's my Spanish translator? I need to look this up real quick. Because I think it's song lyrics that I know of.
Oh no.
Alguien... What's this?
Money.
Alguien me
Time to earn my money
está...
later.
Observando. Yeah. I always feel like someone is watching
Oh my
me.
god, someone actually did that.
Yeah, but he put the lyrics in Spanish. Siempre me siento como alguien me está observando. This is the best assignment I've ever done in my life. I'm very proud of my
I'm
students.
glad. I'm glad they went with meme.
Oh yeah. Because I could do motivational or meme, but yeah, they went meme. Super great. So that's the homework for them. That's great. What I'm doing with my kids for La Yorna, so what we've done. So we've done two truths and one lie. So dos ciertos y un falso. And so they had to read a chapter and write three statements, of course, write two truths, one lie, and then they played a game with their their classmates to see what they could guess. I was the false one, and they're pretty clever. Some of them are really, really clever. Like mine was clever because I played with them,
Right.
and I said like their cabana number is 25, not 20, like, and that's a falso because it's number 23. But some of them like vente. Oh yeah, you said vento, so like yeah, cierto. And I was like, no, falso. Remember, viente tres is their cabin, not viente cinco. And they're like, miss.
The numbers you need to know.
Yeah, and then the other type of activity we did with them was a gallery walk. So individually, they had to write down the top 4 important events of the chapter. I get it. The Oilers won. Chill the fuck out. No. Okay, great. Love it that people love to honk this loud at midnight. This is going to be me during the playoffs. Love it. So they had to write down individually first what they thought their top 4 events are in the chapter. Then as a group, they had to come up with, as a group, their top 4. And then they had to, as a group, go post on like one of the post-it boards I have. Those top 4 events. So each group went up there and posted theirs. And then they had to go around and vote for the top 4 events. And then whatever event had the most votes would be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
So we did that like a little activity because this class, block 3, they love to get out of their seats. So I'm like, you know what? We're gonna use all the activities that from the resources
That
I have
makes
for
you
La
move
Yorna
around.
that makes them move around. Yeah.
Eee.
And I was gonna do this gallery walk outside with them, but it ended up being stormy and rainy this week
Ew.
a little bit. Very humid as well. Like, Daryl, you know my city.
Yeah.
When your computer keeps flashing humid at you, you know it's humid.
It's definitely humid.
Yeah, so it's been really weird. So they unfortunately had to stay inside and do it. But that one actually turned out quite funny because, like, I told them full sentences, but the fucking one that won was just 2 words. Chico guapísimo. I'm like, great, guys. The event that won the votes was really the very hot guy. And not even in a full sentence, guys. I
Nailed
see
it.
how it is. And they're like, but, like, he's a hot guy. I'm like, okay, well, we're moving on.
He's actually hot.
There is like chapter art, so they're like, yeah, he's cute. I'm like, oh, okay, guys. All right.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So like, there's a lot of those activities for this book, like the La Llorona book. There's one that I get to do with them where we get to compare the legend that is shared in the book about La Llorona versus the actual legend in a YouTube clip, and they have to do a comparison activity with that.
Ooh.
And then instead of doing a final exam at the end, which I might change my mind because honestly I'm going to be dead by the end of this term,
Right.
they get to do a Pachacucha. Do you know what Pachacucha is?
No.
Oh, okay. It is a timed presentation. I think if I remember correctly, it's 2020. So it's 20 slides, 20 seconds each. And you only use images. No words, no phrases, no nothing. So they pick 20 images, and then in 20 seconds, they have to explain the relevance of that image to the book. Or to each chapter. So there's only 14 chapters. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit. It might be 1420 instead of 2020. But yeah, so they're going to pick a picture that represents each chapter and then explain the relevance to it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it gets them speaking Spanish, researching things in Spanish, make sure they know the book in Spanish, and doing something like that.
Right.
Plus, it works well for this class because their oral exam is going to be based on looking at an image and describing it. So that's why I want to do it with them, is so that that's some like final exam oral practice too.
Right. Dude, that would
Yeah.
be cool. It'd be like thinking of them on the spot, which is usually how it'd be like. Well, not really thinking on the spot, but giving like an idea of like
Mhm.
a thing of like, shit.
Yeah, so they're going to be marked on like relevance to the chapter, relevance to the book, pronunciation, and flow of presentation.
Yo, nice.
Yeah, I have to create the rubric for that, but I'm looking forward to it. I think these kids are going to be creative enough. Plus, again, it gets them out of their seats and talking about the fucking book.
Right.
That's all I care about with this group, because most of the class must have some sort of ADHD or they're
really.
so distracted by the easiest things. Like, fucking one student stared out my window behind me for 10 minutes once during work time, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he was just like, "Yeah, there's a goose outside the window." I was like, "Okay, can you focus on the work now?" He's like, "Just wait. I
It's
think it's
like
about to
there's some
fly.
geesh.
I think it's about to fly away." And I'm like, "Okay. All right, sweet boy. Okay. You watch the bird fly away." Um,
Bird will fly, baby.
yeah, it was just, yeah, I've got kids like that.
Oh my
Um,
god.
but yeah, so like, yeah, a lot of these cool projects are like all from the resources, but like I'm adapting them and adjusting them a little bit to make it work for the kiddos. Because, yeah, trust me, there's so many other activities that are just so boring, or that they sit at their desk and do research. And I'm like, I don't want to.
No. We'll make it fun.
We'll make it fun. We'll make it better. So yeah. And then my travel unit is it was a lot of vocab last week. To get them to know like what things they need to pack on the trip, the process at the airport, and what to look for in the airport in regards to vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
So, like security area and like check-in desk and boarding ticket and all that kind of stuff. And then it's all about like the necessities for a trip, so clothes, suitcase, toiletries, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was expanding it on having vocabulary for different types of trips. So like business trips, vacation, visiting family, and that kind of stuff. So what would you pack for each of these trips? Going to the beach and going to warm climate and cold climate, like what you would need for both of those trips. And then it got to going through like activities you do on a trip. So like going to a museum, hiking, going to the beach, swimming in the ocean, hiking, going to a concert, like all those activities you could do on a trip. And then I got to going through like what are the items you need for those activities that you would want to pack with you.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of students were like, "Oh yeah, a camera, money, like tickets to the shows you're going to and to the museum." Like they all kind of picked up on that vocabulary. So we did a shit ton of vocabulary, and now I'm working in the past tense, but like verb conjugation.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel bad for the kids because the first part of this unit is really dry. It is learning vocabulary, then learning verb conjugation, putting it all together, and then making a project. So they're gonna be a little bored and tired of me for a little while. But then we get to the project and they get to be as creative as they can be with it, and I look forward to it.
Aww.
Because they get to pick a place they want to go to, and so they're gonna research like, what do you need to go there? What documents do you need? What's the process at the airport? What are you gonna pack with you? What are you gonna do on that trip? What are you gonna eat? How much money do you need? When are you going? And doing all that stuff and piecing all that research together in either like a PowerPoint presentation on a board, like a what are they called? Like presentation boards. The presentation boards that can fold up. They're kind of like
Oh.
brochures, but like big boards.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
trifolds. Yeah.
Yeah, the trifolds. So they can use those. They can use like pieces of paper and make them like that. So they could, or make like a little booklet, like make a like, travel guide to the place, maybe
Mm-hmm.
like that kind of idea. So they have those
Mm-hmm.
three options: PowerPoint presentation, triboard, and travel guide.
Dang.
Yeah, so it'll be really fun to see how creative they can get with that. And that'll be the end of that unit, and then it's just review, 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 review. Repaso, 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 repaso. After that. Yeah, that's me, my kiddos, teaching, and all that exciting Spanish stuff.
Yeah. Been a
Yeah.
obviously there've been other things that you've also been doing with that, but mainly your 2 weeks has been
All of that.
changing gears to
Yeah.
teaching.
Yeah, and online. Oh man, I didn't even get to out school yet, Daryl. Jeez. Because I have my finale of Christmas Straw tonight.
Ooh, right.
Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. Things got crazy. They did really, really good though.
Mm-hmm.
But my one kid, I think I told you this before, maybe here on the stream too, I don't remember.
Probably,
But
maybe.
he got whispers from the mist that they're looking for someone to replace Strahd. So if you can
Mm-hmm.
defeat him, we will make you the Lord of Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
That happened tonight.
Oh no.
Because he failed his wisdom saving throw. He literally,
Ooh.
like, it was a 50, like, well, 10 out of 20 chance. Yeah, one a 50-50 chance to, like, basically be successful or not. And he failed.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Aw.
became the Lord of Barovia. And, like, then it led to a discussion in the last 10 minutes of the class going, what do you want to do? Because I'm like, you can like choose to let your character stand in Barovia however the heck you wants it and make a new character for the next campaign, or you can say or state someone else like an NPC from previous campaigns to come and rule Barovia while you're away,
Mm-hmm.
traveling with these guys with the powers of Strahd. Or we'll talk to him. What about the rest of you? What do you guys think? Do you want Hallow King to be the Lord of Barovia? And they all said no. And I was like, okay, next question. Are all of you comfortable fighting one another? In the sense of, Hallokin, are you okay to go up against your teammates? Because if they don't want you to rule Barovia, they're going to try to kill you in this moment. What do you think? And Hallokin's like, this is all I wanted. Like, or my student was like, this is all that I've ever wanted. I wanted him to be the big, bad, evil guy at the end of his life, and
Mm-hmm.
this is what I wanted. So yes, I'm fine with it. So when we pick back up in June 3rd or 10th, one of those 2 days, I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to talk to one of the kiddos because one kid or two kids might be going to Finland with their
Ooh.
family.
So they
So
are
they might
gonna.
not be back
Right.
for it. So I'm trying to figure out when they will be back and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when we come back, the first session of the new campaign will be continuation of Curse of Strahd because now
Ooh.
they're fighting the new Lord of Barovia, Hollow King.
Yo.
And then in that session, we get to help uh, the kid make a new character.
So it's like, oh my god, now I get to see my character be the baddie.
Yeah, and so like I get to message the kid probably tomorrow with all the new abilities and spells and things he gets that Strahd had.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
His character gets a major upgrade, and so it can be challenging against the kids. Like it's gonna be challenging. You know what's gonna be great about that session? No NPCs. I'm telling them right now, Esmeralda and all these other people that you've been traveling with aren't gonna be
Mm-hmm.
there. It's just going to
Everyone.
be the 6 of you, or it'll be the 5 of you. No, how many students do I have in this class? 7. Wow, it'll be 6 of you against one, and one has the powers of Barovia behind him. So we'll see how this
It'll
goes.
be fun. It'll be chaotic, but
I'll
it'll be
be there to
fun.
help Hallow King, but the rest of you, you know your characters, you do you.
Right?
Yeah, so it'll be really fun. So we come back with a big battle royale, basically. And
Yo.
then we jump into the Tomb of Annihilation.
Dang.
Yeah, very fun. Very, very fun. And then my other kiddos on Wednesday night have a pet moss kitten in the
Interesting,
Feywild.
interesting.
They're really cute. I'll send you a picture later. They're little. I found. Hmm. I follow a lot of D&D people on Twitter, and this one person made like a little critter monster of a moss kitten, and it's very fucking cute.
Mm-hmm.
So I put them on my random encounter table for these guys in the Feywild, and that's the thing they
Mm-hmm.
got. And it was so cute. They're so cute. And now they're on the search for another pet called a hip pup.
Ooh.
So it's like a hippo puppy. It's really cute.
Aw.
Well, one of the kiddos created it.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah, and so that one's going well. And then, oh my lordy, the other kiddos on Sunday night are currently fighting an evil witch lady.
Ooh.
And I made her a little creepy, so I'm gonna have to tone her down next week. Because one student like messaged me going, "That really scared me because I like play this game in the dark with you guys all the time, and I no."
Accidentally got
I'm like,
nightmares.
I'm so sorry. I'll tone her down a little bit for next week. So no more evil laughter, no more creepiness. Just sort of like her trying to use her powers to like attack
Mm-hmm.
instead of like be creepy. Lesson learned, but the other kids are having fun with like, oh, I just want this person to die. And I was
Right.
like,
Aw.
well, attack her then. And some kids like, no, we need her answers from her. And I'm like, okay, well then ask answers from her. And they're trying, like they're trying to roll those checks, right? Like persuasion, intimidation, anything they can to get this lady talking. And they were rolling
Mm-hmm.
short last week, so we'll see how they go with this week.
Aw.
Yeah, a lot of fun with these three kiddos. And then I'm hoping in the summer, like July, August, I'll be able to do more classes and run those campaigns again with new kiddos and new
Mm-hmm.
groups and that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Aw.
so that's been great. It's been real fun. There's that Toastmasters. Oh, fuck, I'm not talking about Toastmasters.
No,
Fuck.
you don't have to.
Fuck.
We care about the kiddos. And your kiddos have been pretty cool.
I care about my teaching right now, both in the online world with classes I've created, and both in the real world where I'm making things up with classes I'm teaching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making it up as I
Look
go.
at you being a teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know it's a little bit crazy, but still, that's cool. Even though it's like, I still wish all the best. I could definitely see you could do it and all that. Um, just keep at it, man. You can do it.
I will. At least I have the whole rest of the school year planned out. It's just making the resources and getting it done.
Right, just putting it
Uh,
all into place. It'd be like,
yeah.
and boom.
Yeah. I gotta tighten the ropes a little bit on a couple of classes to make sure we get stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, just
Yo,
keep
look at
on
that.
going.
Look at you.
Yeah. And
Oh,
a lot of coffee.
of
I
course.
I was really smart though. I bought myself instant coffee, so I have like a container of instant coffee at work.
A
And I'm gonna buy myself, well, maybe eventually more creamer. Currently out of creamer at work, but I have creamer at home. Yay! But it's a big bottle, and I don't want to bring a big bottle with me to work
mm-hmm.
because then staff will use it. Fuck staff. Um, so I gotta get like another little bottle of creamer eventually, so I can make my coffee at work. And then today we got myself like a nice mug that has like a lid over it.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, I'm a hot mess when I'm walking all the way across the damn hallway to get to my classroom, and I spill coffee.
Oh,
So I got myself a lid so I wouldn't spill as much coffee on the floor for the poor janitors to clean up.
cause that'd be awkward.
I felt so bad. I spilled I like opened my classroom door wrong the one morning and like slammed the
Mm-hmm.
door into my coffee. So not only did it spill over me and my jacket, it spilled all over the floor, like in front of my classroom. And I was like, ah, fuck me.
Oh my god.
And I went and grabbed paper towel as much as I could, but there's clearly still like a little stain in front of the door. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm a moron.
Oh.
So yeah, now I got a coffee mug with a lid on it to hopefully prevent those kinds of spills.
Aw, hey, look at that.
Yeah.
At
But
least
yeah, I
they
need
don't
all the
bring in coffee like
coffee.
that.
And I think I need another notebook just to kind of keep myself straight. Because currently at my I have like scrap pieces of paper that I've been writing all my plans on right
Oh
now.
my god.
And like lots of sticky notes.
What are you what are you planning? My stuff, but with your kids? Come on now.
A little bit.
Come on now.
I
That's a bit
know.
sad.
Look, I don't have extra
Yeah.
cash right now to do what
Right.
I need. Okay, so I've been living off of like green colored pieces of paper and pink sticky notes. That's what I've been living off of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Come on, it's almost there, and then you'll be able to get it.
It's midnight now, so 10 more days.
10 more days.
But I'm gonna open up the Google Classroom so that I can show you my kids' memes.
Hey.
And then we
Will
can
it?
wrap it up.
Yep.
And hear all the Oilers fans honking for the rest of the night. Please. Congrats, Oilers! Sorry, I shouldn't be that Debbie Downer, but like, ugh, Oilers. But congrats, Oilers, on winning game 2. Whoop whoop.
Oh
NHL playoffs,
boy,
hockey fans. There
5
you
more
go.
games to go, right?
Mm. And guess what? This is a Calgary game. They're playing in Calgary, and this is the level of noise. They come up to Edmonton for the next 2 games.
Sheesh.
Uh-huh. And
It's
you
gonna
know
be
how
really
close
loud.
I live to that fucking hockey rink.
Oh yeah, it's walking distance, man. It's definitely walking distance.
Yeah, it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be proud. It's gonna be wild.
Loud, proud Edmontonians.
We oiled.
You don't. Don't. Should I just end it now? All right. Go speak.
I'm done talking now.
Go. I'll allow you to do your little
Oh,
promotion
my things.
thingy.
That's
Yeah,
right. Sorry. Hi, everybody. I'm a mythical drag. You did the thingy.
I did. I have this on
Um.
hotkey. It's great. I love it.
Oh, look at you go.
I'm so fancy. We can do this quickly.
Yes. Well then. Hi, I'm a mythical dragon. I have a YouTube channel. Apologies myself for content delays. As you can tell, I've been working
You've been busy.
10-hour
You've been busy.
days teaching like crazy. So lo siento para no contento. Wow.
Of course.
That came out real quick. So sorry for no episodes. I'm doing my best to at least get Danganronpa up every week, because it's a long game. So subscribe for Danganronpa, and I'm gonna get to other contents soon, probably this weekend because of a long weekend. So I might bulk record and get us like some content. Follow me on Twitter for some awesome retweets of your stuff, my stuff, everybody's stuff, and cute things too. That's what I do. And hey, I have a coffee.
She does have coffee.
And if you want to help this poor teacher out with her sanity and her energy and her life, please buy me coffee and help out. Because my gosh, I literally could use like 3 more coffees right now to transfer money from PayPal to my bank account, because currently I have less than $10 and PayPal won't let me have access to my money.
That's
So
so
help me out and
dumb.
buy a few more coffees, please, so I can have access to my money in PayPal. Thank you. And then I got charity going on. I'm disappointed with you. This is so random. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but here we are.
I will fix that.
You donated $27 when you could have redeemed a $25 for a Pokemon challenge cooking thing, and you didn't.
Oh,
all,
I did fuck up.
that.
Okay, that is a legitimate fuck up. I forgot
I'm mad
about
at you
picking
for
that.
that, but I'm also mad at like the currency exchange stuff, because currently it's not $50, it's $49.88 US that it raised. So So yeah, so
I will fix that.
what I'm looking for basically is redeem a cookie or cooking reset. Redeem a $25 incentive so I can cook the whole world cute Pokemon food.
Because she had a book. It was a really
I
cute
have a
book.
little book, and I want to make Pokemon food to maybe bring me some joy in this life.
Aww.
And then anyone else want to donate the 22 cents to fix it to a certain dollar amount? That'd be great. You can't donate 22 cents. You have to donate $1.22. But you do that. Why don't you donate? Sorry, I'm all over the place. Just donate. Thank you. I'm done.
I love that.
Dios
That's
mío.
Dios mío, my God. And as for me, if you're not watching this on YouTube already, go follow me here on the YouTubes. If you are watching me on YouTube, go hit that subscribe button down below. Hello? Nightbot, wake up!
Wake me up before you go.
Nightbot?
Oh, okay, there he is. He's
There
there.
he is, he's awake. So go follow me on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, go follow me on YouTube if you haven't already. If you're watching this on YouTube, go hit that
He's
subscribe button.
1 subscriber away from 350. Get him
I
there.
know, I am. And I'm also back at 2 subscribers away from 100 here. If you want to follow me on Twitch, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitch.
I'm here and listen to us get real nice and close to this mic like me right now.
We're gonna try to do some little bit of ASMR. Maybe I should do some ASMR streams. Who knows? Maybe I can get more people. Maybe I can get that 2 followers to 100. I can do math with ASMR. Not really. Anyways, Also follow me on Twitter. I try my best to like and do shit posts and whatnot, so you'll see that there, as well as updates from time to time. I've been trying my best to do updates from time to time, and sometimes post some interesting, short little photos. But for more pretty photos, go follow me on Instagram. I'm trying my best. Come on. Shit. I pressed it twice.
Go follow all the Instagram.
Go follow all the Instagram, all 2 of them. That's right
Although,
there.
wait a minute, lol, Instagram and then Twitter. Nightbot.
Wait. What? Nightbot, please work.
There, he does it.
He done the thing! Good job, Nightbot! I will fix you later. I will have a talk with you later. But yeah, follow me on my social stuff right there. Yeah, I know Nightbot. Do I still have Nightbot? I thought I had it coming on. I think that was a different channel. Never mind.
Lol.
But yeah, go follow me on there. Also, go follow Dragyn. Her stuff has already been up there. I'll press it again just in case. But yeah, all of our stuff is right there. Go follow both of us. I thank you again, Dragyn, for a very long derp time of talking about everything and everything, to the point that now we are at 3 hours of streaming. 3 hours. But thank you so much for joining. Funky, fresh, fun Fridays. There we go. I got it.
I no problem. Okay, I'm good.
She'll still be stuck in the Spanish in the Spanish mode.
I'll be stuck in the Spanglish mode for
In
a
the
long
Spanglish mode for quite some time. We'll see by July or August if it still sticks with her.
Depends if I get a Spanish teaching job in September.
That'd be interesting.
What? Anyway.
Ooh, we may get some cool updates later on. That'll be cool. But yeah, but go follow us there. We'll try to provide you all those updates and whatnot. And then obviously whenever I stream here on Dragyn Talk, or Funky Fresh, or Scuffed and Stuff, or Dragyn Talk.
It will go Wacky Wednesdays one day. Just kidding. Anyway, let's stop.
We could try to. No, I don't want to. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever fuck it. I hope you guys have a great day or night or wherever the heck you are. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend too. Unless if you have an extended weekend, have a great extended weekend. And we'll see you guys next week for more Truckin' Talk. That is Dragyn over there, and this is Van Waits.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego. Buenas. What is
Buenas
midnight?
no-
Buenas
Buenas
noches. I was going to say
Buenos
noches.
noches.
Arriba. Wait, no.
Oh my god. And here am I going Buenos Nachos. Here we are.
Adios.